call that could determine the whole game right here.
Snead,
It's out.
who has played at the highest level this entire season, Jim. Snead has defended the other team's best receiver, traveled with him all year, and he has shut him down week in, week out, and makes the biggest play of the season, getting the ball back for the Chiefs.
It's already been confirmed.
What is up, my Memorabilia fans of the Los Angeles Rams? Boy, I was ready to come on all excited today as the Lions were on their way. And at the last minute, they pulled a Packers and Jordan Love. But it wasn't Jared Goff's fault. Josh Reynolds turned out to be the Niners MVP. 2 big drops and then a fumble by Gibbs. Gibbs was key today because there was a play where they threw him a screen pass and he kind of lost his footing and he got up and he couldn't get in the end zone. Maybe if he wouldn't have lost his footing, he could have had a little more zip on more push to get in the end zone. And then he fumbled. That was a huge play. They got the Niners back in it. And but that's what happens when you are in the secondary, weaker in the secondary, let's just say it that way. And you play a good team like the Niners, you have to keep striking. Campbell, appreciate him being aggressive, but you took off 3 points on the board. You needed that, and you lost 34-31. It turns out. I know they were going for the jugular. I props to that, but you got to know when to do that. Jared Goff should have won this game, man. He was in position. Brock Purdy threw another pick. It was his 5th pick in the last 4 games. They had everything was in place, just very similar to the Packers, except they at least caught the pick. But you have to keep scoring, and then eventually CMC will try and rescue the Niners, and he did that. But Brock Purdy used his leg, so to his credit. He wasn't so much with the arm today. He did make a couple of good throws, really good throws on some of the corner routes. And then Juwan Jennings made some hell of a catches. So they're back in the Super Bowl. And now for us Ram fans, we're relying on this man, Mahomes, to stop the Niners in their tracks again. So we'll see what happens. I came on just so we can talk about it. Let's get this NFC Championship hat out of the way. And yeah, so I'm very frustrated like the rest of you. I was having a good time. Me and Stockton were going back and forth, and we were all happy and giddy. Or like, let's go Lions. I was like, and I was telling Grant Cohn, after the Niners lose, do a phone, a call-in show. Rambo, I know, was having a heart attack, but it is what it is. Let me give you guys the link. If you guys want to come in, we can talk about it. Thank you guys for coming in and spending your Sunday with me. Let me give you the guys the call-in link. But they deserve it. They won the game. Dang it, I feel bad for Jared Goff, man. He did what he had to do. He didn't throw any picks. It sucks. You can't catch the ball too. So there's the call-in link if you guys want to come in. You don't have to use your camera if you don't want to. It'll just do an avatar. You can just hear your voice. So the call-in link is there. Stalker says, Josh Reynolds MVP for the Winers. Man, yes. On that note, Josh Reynolds, look at this here, man. This would have been a huge play. The diving play of Josh Reynolds was one. Do I have it set up here? Let's see. Let me see. Where are you at, Josh Reynolds pick? Hold on. There it is. There's one. Not pick, but drops. Hold on. Let's see. I think this is the other one. Damn you, StreamYard. You have too many whatever. Hold on. You have too many videos. Let's see. Hold on. Darn you, Scuba Steve. Let's see. Is this it?
Blitz coming. Goff over the middle, and it's dropped. Oh, it was a first down gimme. And Reynolds could.
Man, and I know, it sucks for him, but then here's the other one. That one should have been caught. That would have kept the drive going. Who knows, they score a touchdown, right? And then here's the other one. There's a little tougher catch, but you got to catch these, man. He's a veteran wide receiver, and you got to catch these balls.
Goff trying to connect to Reynolds. He had it.
Goff can't catch the ball too, unless the only one who can catch their own ball is apparently is Lamar Jackson, and look how that worked out for him.
2nd and 5. Ball batted up into the air and caught by Jackson. He caught his own pass.
That's one of the greatest plays I've ever seen. This is intercept.
I mean, when I say that, I mean that he lost the game. That was a hell of a play, man. Yeah, so it's Mahomes against Santa Clara. What do you guys think about that? The link is there if you guys want to call in. Let's get back into the chat. Fernando says, I don't know what I'm more disgusted by. I was so frustrated, man. I go, are you serious? I was tweeting the whole game. I was having a good time. I was lighting Rambo up, and I was like, oh man, it looked like it was good, and the poor Lions fans, my guy from UK, the World of the Lions, my heart goes out to you, man. It was a great season, but man, it was right there to get to the Super Bowl, man. It was right there. Josh Reynolds, the fumble. Oh man. Fernando says, we got that already. SM says, why were the Lions even playing today? They lost to the Rams in my book. Me and Stockton were talking about that, SM. We were like, well, even if we would have beat, we always want to be there, of course. Kyrie Williams had broke his hand, and I never saw any reports on that. Maybe I just missed it. That's why I never put in my community post. But I figured, he had the cast on the sidelines, but I don't know how effective he would have been with, you got to, sometimes when you're in traffic, you got to move the ball to one hand, the other. That would have been a big hindrance. And, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, man, because we were right there. Stockton says, Rambo was ripping you, Rudy. He is so annoying. He quit on the Niners at halftime. He's going to do that. He was ripping me because I was letting him have it, man. I was letting him have it on Twitter. And I was just having a good time. I mean, I don't have nothing at stake. I don't want the Niners to win, but it was funny because the Lions were 7.5 point underdogs. And it was like I was telling my guy, Roar of the Lions UK on the collaboration, the Lions need to get out to a lead, score touchdowns instead of 3 points, and run the ball and do crossing patterns, try to get the ball deep. And they were doing flea flickers. Everything was looking good, but you got to play 4 quarters, man. You got to play 4 quarters. Fernando says, I don't know what if I want the Chiefs to win another Super Bowl in such a small amount of time, or the Niners get 6. No, it's Fernando. You have your right to your own opinion, but it's always anything against the Niners. So I don't mind Mahomes because he's not our rival. But he's standing in the way of the Niners getting 6. So we're riding with KC. Well, at least I am. But Alex says, I guess Dan Campbell ain't getting Coach of the Year. Yeah, man. Didn't they who did they? I thought they announced Coach of the Year. I don't remember. Stockton says Rams would have made the Super Bowl this year if they could score 2 more points. If we could have scored in the red zone. Danny Barry Sports Highlight says, what's up, man? Fernando says both are evil. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying with that, but yeah, we don't want the Niners to win that 6th Lombardi, aka the one in Santa Clara. Cool Bro says, well, hopefully the Niners can still stay the VCR tape clowns. I'm worried. I do not want to see the Niners make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, that was a thing. Now, it's just sports, but we want to keep them down as much as we can, because if the Lions won, number one, and we would be happy today, we would be laughing at them. They'd be talking about fire Kyle Shanahan. Brock Purdy's not the guy, right? Because he didn't play good. He used his legs, and I give him props for that. But it would be so much different. And also we can watch the Super Bowl and just kind of relax, because we really didn't care who would win, if it was the Lions or or the Kansas City Chiefs, we'd probably all side with the Lions. But now because the Niners are in there, it's still going to be a little pressure because we're like, dang it, I don't want them to win. So now it went from being able to relax but now we'll see what happens. So because will be nice to see Santa Clara lose their third Super Bowl. Man, it would be funny, man. It would be funny, and I would be so happy. Danny Berry says, Niners win it all, typical Goff. Actually, Daniel, I don't agree with that with Goff because, you're going to have some lulls in there. He's not a perfect quarterback still. He has improved, but that bomb, the bomb right at the goal line, the guy should have caught that, man. You got to catch that. He threw a dime right there, man. That could have been a back-breaking TD. That's one. And then the two Josh Reynolds drops, and then the running back dropping it. Man, that sucks. What a collapse. 17-point lead. Stockman says, now we see why we traded Stafford for Goff. Our guy can't get it done. Goff can't. The arm angles, I don't know if you guys saw the play where the guy was coming in, and it was kind of close, so maybe it wouldn't have mattered if that was Matthew Stafford. But the defender, I think it was Bosa or somebody was coming in from the corner, and there was a guy on the other side. He was trying to throw the arm angle around him. How Matthew Stafford does the sidearm throws around defenders, and the guy batted it down. So because Josh Reynolds had three drops. I saw two. I was on the road for some of the game, looking at the highlights on my phone. Cooper says, "I got my money on the Chiefs. We need the Niners to lose." Exactly right. So I concur with that. Danny Berry says, "I have a feeling Niners are going to win it." Hope not, man. This Kansas City Chiefs team have kind of turned the switch on now. They're not as good as the past team, so we'll see. They don't have Cheetah. Tribe says, thanks, Danny Cow. POS. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to come in and just talk for a few minutes, there it is right there. Stockton, if you want to come in, there's the call-in link in the chat. I'll post it again. If not, that's okay. We can just be in here. I won't be on for that long, but I just want to talk to my guys in here. And Kubro says, well, I'm going to get going. Just wanted to say hi real quick. May the force be with you, Ramita. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. May the force be with you. Appreciate you, man. True to the game 209 says Chiefs getting another ring. I would rather have that than the Niners getting that ring. DJ Photo says, Mr. Rudy, what's good? This is hard to say, but unfortunately the 49ers are taking the Super Bowl. I don't think the Chiefs are hungry enough. We'll see, man. You know what? I'm just going to tell you this. I'm still not sold on Brock Purdy as well, let me explain it this way. Brock Purdy, with these weapons and this team, is very successful and a very good quarterback. That being said, when they play a team that's as good as they are, a hard-hitting defense, he does struggle. Now, he is young, but I did appreciate the way, and I give him props of the way he used his legs, because you're not always going to be able to hit the open guy, and those were some big plays. So he's basically who we thought John Wolford was, the Wolfman, our backup quarterback, scrambling guy, a little dangerous, and he did some plays today. Even the one where he got away from the pass rush and he threw it over the middle across his body, ill-advised, but it worked to Juwan Jennings, a hell of a catch right there. And see, those are the catches that Jared Goff could have used. The deep pass that they dropped, the two Reynolds drops, that you got to help your quarterback out. And but yeah, he did use his legs today, so I give him props on that. I just don't know when, like, let's say there's they lose Debo or they use Ayuk because of the cap, or Trent Williams retires and there's more pressure on them, or because it's one of the oldest teams in the NFL. The Niners are. They have to win now. So when some of the talent is not there, like Mahomes, it took even him to adjust. They weren't as explosive without Cheetah. How good will he be then, right? But it is what it is. A W is a W. For instance, Kupp would drop that too, the way he's been playing. They didn't use St. Brown much man. Props to the Niners. I don't know if it was the Niners or the Lions scheme weren't able to get St. Brown. That was a big difference. Imagine St. Brown with those catches chances instead of Josh Reynolds, even though Josh Reynolds was wide open. But yeah, that was a big thing. Trice says Josh Reynolds learned from the best, Brandon Cooks. Yep. Brandon Cooks, he would drop some balls too, but he'd also catch some. I think Brandon would have caught one of those. Furnace, the Chiefs played way tougher than any of the other teams. They surprised me, man. I was like, yes, we're in business, 14-0. Alex G says the onside kick recovery almost happened. It looked like he was almost there, man. I was like, he should have dove and like let it go, and it would have bounced, and maybe they would have got lucky, because it wasn't quite 10 yards, but you can't tell when you're diving for it. True to the game, 209 says Niners playing Chiefs in the Super Bowl is like the Rams playing the Patriots in the bowl. Just can't win. Yeah, we're like, we want both of them to lose. That meme. We want them both to lose. Oh, man. That was a good game either way, man. Somebody had to win. Fernando says Lions Super Bowl was against the Rams. Yep, he got that off of his back. And it does suck, though, because it wasn't Jared Goff's fault, He did enough to win this game. The team around him just crapped out. Fernando says, I think Campbell was too aggressive, but McVay is timid, like pass. Yep. And it's a catch-22 because Dan Campbell stayed the way they got him there, the aggressiveness, but you got to take those 3 points, man. You got to take those 3 points. If they're covering St. Brown and you can't get them open on that play, take those 3 points because they lost by 3. And then you can't scheme and fix guys fumbling the ball and dropping balls, though. That's the thing that sucks. Steve-O's happy today. Props to you, Steve-O. You guys deserve to win. Yeah, you made the plays at the end. Purdy is him. Acknowledge him. I acknowledge his legs, man. I acknowledge him. He won. And I tweeted earlier to a guy, what do you have to say now? Well, and I did the meme of, or not the meme, but the GIF of the one where they show what's his face from the Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio, when he's clapping like this, in a suit, and I'm like, congrats, you beat a team that you were favored by 7.5 points, and you came back on them. Congrats. And I Alex G says Raiders fans must be mad Chiefs and Niners playing that. That'd be funny. Yeah, that's almost the reverse of the Niners winning the Super Bowl in our stadium in the SoFi. The Kansas City Chiefs winning that. And then also to the Niners. They used to be from the Bay, the Raiders. That sucked for them too. Let me get my guy Stockton in here. Mariota caught his own pass before Lamar. Yeah, no, there's been other ones too, but just for what I was talking about, I had the video. Yeah. Mariota caught his own pass. What's up, brother? Talk to me. Other ones too, but just for what I was.
That was fucking pathetic, bro. I swear this team's got a horseshoe jammed up their ass so hard. I mean,
I don't know.
They should have lost to Green Bay and this team. I mean,
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Like, if
poor coaching, just mistakes, just ridiculous, man.
I'm going to say this. If it was us, we would be happy. So, props to them. But they've been very fortunate that the two teams that were standing in their way were young teams that make mistakes and they can't close the deal yet. The Lions and the Packers. Had it been a seasoned team, man.
They've had this thing set up for them all year long, and that's why it feels almost like they're a team of destiny because the schedule favored them all year. It seems like every time they needed a break, they got a break. I mean, it's part of the game, but it's just like, damn, man, it's like, when are things going to bounce the opposite way? They got the fumble when they needed the fumble. They got the Josh Reynolds dropped 3 easy balls, man, that were absolute game changers.
And that's why we wanted him, because he basically is a poor man's Woods, Bobby Trees, but he's not as good, but he's a poor man. He blocks for you. He's got good size and wingspan, and he normally catches those balls. He's a
beanpole, though, man. He's got no meat.
But he normally does catch those. But sometimes, he pulled a Jaquaski Tart and dropped the ball, And but sometimes the damn game is too big for him. But that sucks for Goff, though. My heart goes out to Goff because he did what he needed to do to win, man. He can't catch the ball for him too. He threw that dime on the goal line, and and also the defender's in his way. So, but you got to catch it, man. That's it's right there, dude, in your hands. It dropped right there,
Well,
and so
also
that right,
he gave his team a 17-point lead. You know that they couldn't hold
yeah,
on to.
man. And
Yeah.
and then Hutchinson, they weren't getting enough pressure on Purdy, and then they don't have no one to run him down. Once the middle opened up and they realized, hey, just run the ball. He was able to use his legs, man. And but it was a good game. It sucks that they lost. They man, 17-point lead, man. I thought we were home.
Man, it was. They just needed a couple more plays, man. It seems like we were having the same exact conversation when they played Green Bay, right? I mean, same type
Yeah.
of shit.
You got to. This is why I was telling my guy from the Roar of the Lions UK.
I gotta put my
You
old
got to
man
put it.
glasses on. I can barely fucking see. Hold on.
I got my. See, I got my good glasses are in my car, so I have them for work. I got my little reading glasses on right now.
I just lost my eyesight like this year, man.
Oh
I never
shit.
needed glasses up until this year. It
Oh
sucks getting
man,
old, man.
it sucks. Like I can still see good from far away, but like to see the chat, or like when I'm on my phone, I'll type something and I'll send it. Like, God dang it, there's an A instead of an S. There's an A instead of an S. So whatever. So if you guys ever
I
see
know.
that stuff, sometimes I'll go back and delete it and put it right because it bothers me. But whatever.
But hey, I had Rombo's stream on the whole time during the game just because I like watching. He cracks me up, man. Just like his mannerisms and the way he freaks out when they're losing, how he leaves the chair, and he's always
Yeah,
moaning and groaning. And when they score, he like has an orgasm. I mean, it's just hilarious. But he gave up on him. He goes, I don't want to see this team in the Super Bowl anyway. They're just going to embarrass us. Like he was literally saying that he didn't want to win the game because they would embarrass themselves in the Super Bowl.
I got to record a clip of that, and whenever we're going back and forth, I go, Rumble, you're right, man. But
Did
let's
you hear
listen
him
to this
say that?
man.
Did you hear
No,
him?
I gotta record one of those clips when he's saying stuff like that when
Oh
we're going
yeah,
back
yeah.
and
Go to the
forth,
replay. He says
and then
it
I'll
right
say, you
around
know what?
halftime.
I'm gonna stay out of it. Let's just listen to what this man has to say, and then I'll play him a clip of himself,
That would be great. Yeah.
and then I'll put the little Batman, the two Spider-Men pointing to themselves, and I'll have a little clip of him talking about how the Niners, whatever he says, they're too weak to win a Super Bowl or whatever he says.
Oh man, it was fucking hilarious, man. And then when they started making some plays and coming back, I guess he was reading that's when he started reading your Twitter. And he was like, "Look at Rudy; he's embarrassing himself. You know, doesn't this guy know it's a 4-quarter game?" Like his tune totally changed. It was fucking hilarious.
Well, see, like me and you were upset that the Lions lost, but we were having fun because the Niners were 7.5-point favorites at home, and they're getting their ass whipped at excuse my French. They're at Lviii Stadium. They would always say, "Well, we're at home now. We're rested. We have 9 Pro Bowlers, whatever it is. We
Yeah,
got the final piece, and
yeah. And then
14-0. So that's
I,
why I was laughing."
and then Detroit scores on 4th down to kill the point spread. I loved it. So they only won by what they went by they won by
33
3, right?
points.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
3 points.
they would have covered the spread had it not gone for that. It was a
Yeah.
fourth down play too. So it
You
killed
know,
everybody that bet on the Niners.
like I said, if the Niners would have won a Super Bowl, I said this before, I would, it would suck. I would hate it, but I would give them props because it's hard to win a Super Bowl, as they can attest to 29 years plus.
Well,
It's
especially
hard to
now
win a Super
they have
Bowl.
to beat Mahomes to do it, you know?
Yeah. So
So,
if they win the Super Bowl, it would suck, but I would finally give them. But if you don't win, you don't win, you don't win, and then you have to reach into your back pocket and say 5 Super Bowls from 30 years ago. You don't get no credit because that's like bragging about your dad's girlfriends and you don't have one, So that's the way I look at
it's
it.
being the bridesmaid and never the bride, you know?
Yeah, that's like, what? We got a Corvette. Isn't that your dad's Corvette?
Did you
That's
see
what I say.
did
They
you see what the point spread is on the Super Bowl?
no. Did they post it?
Yeah. Take a guess. I'll give you one guess.
Niners are favored by 3.5.
Niners by 1 point.
Wow.
So it's basically a pick 'em, an even game.
Interesting.
Yeah. So but I mean, isn't that another reason why the Niners caught another break? I mean, they matched up horribly with Baltimore. Baltimore just ran right through them, and now they don't even have to face them.
Yeah.
Right. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, not, but KC looked really good today, man. They looked very determined, very methodical.
They
They had
flipped the
some.
switch.
I mean, they just looked. Damn, they were just a machine. I don't think Mahomes threw an incomplete pass until like the second quarter, like late in the second quarter. But
Yeah.
they just looked really good. But still, I still think that the Niners match up horribly with Baltimore. I think it would have been an easy win for Baltimore.
Well,
But
one thing I want to say is the Lions were able to run on the Niners.
oh yeah, they were
Goff
having their
had
way with them the whole first half. I mean, every run was like 7, 8 yards, 9
now
yards.
now now picture now would the Niners be hyped up for this game? Would they be ready to go, right? They would be, right? They were ready to go. They were ready to win this game, right? They come out hot, they're at home, right? Now picture that kind of protection for Mahomes and their running back
with Pacheco. Pacheco's a
with
very hard
Pacheco
runner.
and
Yeah.
Kelsey running around. I mean, I don't see them winning, man. I don't. I know
But
that.
see, everything resets now, though, man. Like the Niners, they got their 2 bad games out of the way. They dodged 2 huge bullets. You know, now they have a 2-week break.
But in
You
my
know,
opinion, though, Purdy's still struggling. Purdy is
yeah,
still struggling
he didn't look good at all. He just got lucky that he had some lanes. I mean, those lanes he ran through were, you know, we could have driven a fucking semi through them. You know, I mean, it
because
wasn't like he was, you know, he was juking anyone. It was like the Red Sea just parted, and he had like 15 yards of free open space.
like he's very good at getting himself off the cuff plays, like scrambling, and then he uses legs. So props to him for doing that. But when I say struggling, I mean that he had a lot of bad throws again. He threw a pick again,
There should
and
have
that's
been
the
2 more picks. I mean, it seems like this guy every time he throws an obvious pick, the guys drop it. You know, it's like what the fuck, man.
he throws
It's
a
almost it's
knuckleball.
like a 95% chance that they'll drop an easy pick from him.
Yeah,
It's frustrating. But
yeah,
what's gonna happen? Let's say the Niners do win, right? Are they? They're
yeah.
gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay Purdy, right? They're not gonna make a Super Bowl winning quarterback play for 800,000 a year, right?
They
They're gonna
have to
have.
pay Purdy. If they were smart, what I don't think his agent would let him is they would try and get him. They would try to extend him now.
Well, that's what I mean.
Um,
If he wins the Super Bowl, they have no choice other than to pay him. They'll look like
oh,
idiots to be paying
you're gonna love this one. So I tweeted out. I go. Let me give you. Let me put one last one for tonight, and I tweeted out to Rombo. So if the Niners lose the Super Bowl, does that mean that Brock Purdy is the new Jimmy Garoppolo?
If the Niners what? If
If the Niners, I put to Rombo. I go. Let me get one last one out tonight.
yeah.
And I tweeted to Rombo. So if the Niners lose the Super Bowl, does that mean that Purdy's the new Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well, yeah. I mean, it means his ceiling is the same as Garoppolo, right?
Another quarterback, same result.
I mean, if you look at 2019 stats with Garoppolo and you compare it to Purdy's stats this year, I mean, it's almost like identical in every way. And if they both get to the Super Bowl and lose, I mean, it's like they're in the same spot, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's I got to tell you, man. Sometimes guys get lucky because who was the guy that Kyler Murray. You know, as swifty as he is, and the bad throws that he does, he doesn't have that luck where guys drop his ball.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
luck
and
plays a big part in sports. I mean, we know this. You know, it plays a big part, especially when you get down to these final games. You know, you have to get lucky. It's part of
I
the
don't
game.
know. I don't know if you noticed. So like when you see the replays of Jared Goff's ball when it's coming towards the receiver, you know, they show the back camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a tight spiral. It's kind of wobbling.
Like
it's getting there, and sometimes that makes it tougher to catch. And so if you ever see Stafford's ball,
oh yeah, he throws darts.
So amazing.
That's why
And sometimes,
that's another reason why I'm somewhat happy that the Lions lost, is because it will kill this narrative that everybody had, like, oh, the Lions got a better deal with getting Goff over Stafford. Goff isn't half the quarterback that Stafford is. Let's just end that debate now. I mean, if
oh
Stafford
yeah,
was a quarterback tonight, they would have won the game by double digits. I mean,
imagine Stafford. Okay, so we would like it to be the Rams, but imagine Stafford standing back there with all that time.
oh my God. I mean, it would be unfair. It would be unfair, and if he would get some calls, I mean, he gets no calls. You see, they actually protect the quarterbacks, every other quarterback, but they don't protect Stafford at all for some reason.
Surprisingly, today they could have called a flag. Today they were holding the flags.
Yeah, did you see Purdy got
He
creamed on
got
that
he
one?
he got his little, and that's in. So at least they did that. They should protect the quarterbacks no matter what. But there was also another play where the Lions running back was going out of bounds, and I think Greenlaw or somebody pushed his face, pushed his the right where his face mask is, and there was no shot to the head with their hand. I'm surprised they didn't call that. And then there was a couple plays where one of the liners, I think it was it might have been Bosa, was lined up off sides. His hand was on the line. And then the play clock went off to 0, and then another tick went off, and then they didn't call that. So at least they were holding the whistle.
Calls that they
Yeah,
miss. It's just,
but at least they were holding the whistle today. They're letting them play.
yeah.
No BS crap.
And then
What's up, David? Congratulations.
That miracle catch
Thank
by
you. What's up, man?
Rudy. Were you watching the game on that miracle catch by Jennings that was like up in the air and he fucking
That's
dove?
what I was
and caught
talking
it off.
about. That was
that's not luck. That's all his skills.
the Juwan Jennings catch was that's what you got to do. You got to help your quarterback out. That was a heck of a play by Purdy, just tossing it up to him, giving him, and that's what Josh Reynolds and the Lions receiver. You have to help your quarterback out, man. He can't throw perfect balls with guys in his face. You got to catch the damn ball.
And the IU play too, man. That's after that we did we caught that play, Brian Ayuk. We went off after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what do you think? What do you think about when you guys were down 17 points?
I didn't have nothing to say, but I knew we were gonna come back though. I had faith we were gonna come back. I knew that for sure. But
yeah, you guys,
we got Patrick Holmes coming, and if Brock Purdy didn't get injured against the Eagles,
your daddy, huh?
Huh?
Mahomes, your daddy, huh?
Oh hell no! Fuck no! You wish.
Have you guys, David? Have you guys beat Mahomes?
Mahomes.
No, check it out. Check it out. I want to tell you something. If the Eagles didn't hurt Brock Purdy, this probably be a matchup part 2. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. The Eagles were going to beat you guys by 20 that day, regardless.
Yeah, right. You a lamb chop fan or what? You another hater?
He's a Ram fan.
I'm just realistic.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. We won't know because, well, let me just tell you this, David. Like, you're a Niner fan and you see your team all the time. Like, we just see highlights. I watch some of the game and then I turn away or go whatever. That's why they think, like, a lot of Niner fans think Stafford's not really good because against the Niners, we haven't won. But we see the games that he's played against the real good teams too.
No, they know he's good. They know he's good.
They don't want to give the props. But Brock Purdy, against the Eagles, and remember that was his first year. He has shown when there's a good pass rush, he does make mistakes. So you really can't say, oh, we still would have won because look at the Browns this year and he has more experience. Look at the Ravens this year and he has more experience. Look at the Packers and he has more experience.
Weren't the Eagles already destroying them before Purdy even got hurt?
No, it was 7-7. It was 7-7.
It was 7-7
but yeah,
when he got hurt?
No, it was 7-0, and he got hurt. And after that, the third string quarterback came in, Johnson. Christian McCaffrey got a touchdown, and after that, when it was over. Say that. Johnson got a head.
All I know is the Niners, if they're going to depend on bad coaching and dropped balls to win these games, it's not going to work against Kansas City in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, we can't be down 24-7. We be down. We're not going to win this game.
The way the Niners played against the Packers and the Lions, if they play like that against Kansas City, they're going to lose by 20 points. It's
we'll see, man.
It ain't going to happen.
Yeah,
our defense needs to step up. I agree with you, man. But
I'm surprised. I'm so surprised, David, that they were able to run on you guys so good like that. Like I was like, whoa, what the hell? I mean, you guys got your run stopper. What's his name? Is it
Nick Bosa?
Armstead.
Armstead. Yeah, Armstead. Was he playing?
Yeah, he's playing. Yeah, he was playing.
But he has that plantar fasciitis, right? His foot's jacked up, kind of.
Yeah. After that fumble, we got that fumble. Everything turned around. Turned around.
The guy that I like, and I'm waiting for you guys to not be able to. When is Greenlaw's contract up? We'll put him right next to.
He's not going nowhere. He got another 2 years.
I like him. He cracked on Laporta, and
he's not going nowhere.
He hit him so hard he hurt himself. He's and then Fred Warner, he was back to his old getting in there between the blocks and stuff, and torpedoing guys. And that's why I told my guy from and it's easier said than done. Whenever you run, even though they had good running, the blockers have to look for Greenlaw and for Fred Warner to make sure they're at least in the way, to let that way the running back can get past the second level. But that was you guys got the W. That's all that counts, man. All that counts is going on to the next round. And but damn,
did you get your hat yet?
Oh yeah, I got it. It's in the other room. I'll show you guys. Let me get back in here.
Did it cost more money, or you good, or what?
Oh yeah, brother. Thank you. No problem, man. Props to you. Just so you guys know me.
You had enough?
Huh?
You had enough?
Enough what?
Enough money to get your hat.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I did. Thank you. Right. I paid a little bit more because I got some stitching on it. I'll show it to you guys.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Thank you, brother.
If not, I would have told you I'll give you a little bit more because I won tonight.
Oh, no, don't worry. You're good, man. You're good. I wanted you guys. My guy David Corona's a big Niner fan, cool dude, and we had a bet for the last game. Unfortunately, the backups played, and so he called me right away when the Niners lost, and we had a hat bet. So cool dude, man. But
hey, are you going to be upset when the Niners lose their third Super Bowl?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that.
I'm gonna tell you, David.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm gonna tell you, David. You're in the if you guys were to lose, I know that feeling, man, because fucking Tom Brady, let me excuse my language. Darn Tom Brady took away 2 Super Bowls from us, that guy, man.
Yep, this will be Mahomes taking 2 away from the Niners. So it'll be
hell no. Not this time. Hell no.
And the thing that sucks for us,
I want to show you guys the real room, okay? Corona, take some notes, okay?
Hold on.
Are you watching?
Yeah,
hold on, let me see. Hold on. Oops, hold on. I messed it up.
I don't see shit.
Hold on. There we go. Here, do it again. I made it bigger. Oh, there you go.
There you go, Corona.
Oh, there you go.
There's one that's not all rusted up.
Yeah, I hear that all the time because all my family's Rams fans.
Yeah,
so I already hear it.
I want to remind you that my guy David, your uncle, right, and your pops your uncle are Rams fans.
My dad was a Rams fan.
Your dad was a Rams fan. Yeah, props to him, man.
Signed by AD.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Signed by Cooper Kupp. Signed by Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, whatever.
We don't allow any Niners stuff in here. I think I do have a Giants thing in here though.
I'll fucking get it. I get all that shit and throw it in a fucking bag and fucking cluck it.
Come on now, man.
Come on, you know how we do it.
LA Rams says hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. James says, I can't wait till August. Oh, that's Todd Gurley.
Yes, sir.
That's a badass figure.
Me and Todd Gurley got the same birthday.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Oh shit. I wish he could have played a couple more. I wish he could have made it to Matthew Stafford.
Here it is, way in the back, Corona. Way in the back.
Yeah.
It's a butt plug.
Yeah.
You guys are too much. You know what? You know the little small helmets, the what is it? Like quarter size
the
ones.
The meeting helmets.
Yeah, the mini. I don't have that kind of money, but I always wanted to buy all the helmets and
Rudy,
have them like in the back, like in a little rack.
Rudy,
and then
look at this chair.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool. That fucking logo, that darn logo, man, drives me nuts.
Maybe one day Corona can have one of these.
Oh fuck no! We already have 5. We already have 5.
That's printed before 1994.
Yeah, we'll see.
Me and David said that whoever's team wins, we're gonna go to the parade.
Between what? With the Niners and Kansas City?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he said the Niners gonna win the Super Bowl. He's gonna take me because we live back street.
I heard it's gonna be on Castro Street.
I don't know. It's gonna be in Crowntown Street. That's where it's gonna be at.
I don't know nothing about the street.
It's gonna be on Castro Street, and everybody's gonna have their hair in rainbow colors. And
fuck no, it's gonna be in Corona. That's where it's gonna be at. All about Crowntown, homie. Shit.
Let me show you guys here. Let me show you guys a quick this freaking guy, dude. Mahomes, man. This is what you guys gonna run into, man. It's tough. He's a pain in the ass, David. Oh, it's Doggy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like Mahomes is a pain in the ass, man. This is when we played him, he was a pain in the butt. Here we go. Mahomes Tecmo Bowl play. Watch it. Check this out, guys.
Did not have a single snap inside the 25. Here's Kansas City from the 19, throwing at the goal line, and it's caught by Kelsey for the touchdown.
That's the guy. That we have to stop him. Pacheco.
Kelsey
went off today, man.
The Chiefs look like they flipped the switch finally. Their offense is like on the same page, and Kelsey and Mahomes are like a freaking peanut butter and jelly, man. That throw, back shoulder fade. I mean, it's tough. And that's like shit. That's like Aikman and Irvin, man. You can't stop.
I came in my second league and DraftKings. I came in second. I came up on the bill. So,
you did?
Yeah. I won 190 and I won on my DraftKings. Came up like 190.
I haven't got into that, man. I don't want to get addicted to that stuff. And
yeah, I'm ready
lose the little money I got.
Yeah, right.
Because I'll be like, man, I just barely lost.
If that last guy didn't score that touchdown for the Lions, I would have won 220. But that guy scored a touchdown.
Oh, that killed you! Oh shit!
Yeah, that shit killed me.
Rudy, I had to bet on the Niners tonight, man, just because you know what my frame of thought was is if I had to watch them win, I wanted to get paid for it.
Yeah,
so, it's like pain and suffering fee. They had to pay me to endure that shit.
That's right. We're gonna see nothing but this lady right here. Hold on. Let me see.
Nah, she's gonna be in Japan. She's not gonna be at the Super Bowl.
Oh, she's not. I bet you she changes it.
I bet she will too. I bet she will too.
Who's your college team, David?
About
USC.
Oh, here we go, baby. Check this out.
I bet she will too. Yeah, you know it. USC.
AD with we lost our coach Henderson.
Oh yeah.
But it's okay. He's with the USC though.
Yeah,
man.
USC, Dodgers, Lakers, and
see, all one team, man. All you gotta do is pull that damn beanie off and
hell no. Hell no. Hey, did you see the Lakers game last night?
Man, I saw the highlights.
They went to 2 overtimes.
I can't watch them, man. They get me pissed off, dude. I start watching it and they're down by 18, they're down by 16. I'm like, God damn it, man. I get so mad. And
they shouldn't even went over
they
the
give
overtime.
me a stroke, man.
Right?
The Lakers went double overtime, didn't they?
Yeah, they went to double overtime. They beat the Warriors.
And they got him by 1 point, right?
1 point, 145 to 144.
I was at work and I was looking at it on my phone, and then God dang it, and then it went in overtime, and then I was still working, and I go, man, and so I was worried about it, but they're making LeBron play too much, man. He's gonna be worn out by the time the playoffs comes, just like last year.
Yep.
The guy's freaking 40 years old.
And Davis too, man. He got hit. He went back to the locker room. He came back in, and he was hurting. He was hurting the whole game. So I don't know.
He's always hurting, man.
Yeah, he's always hurting.
For as young as he is, he's just got those knobby knees, and he comes down wrong. He's like Kareem at 39 years old. Anyone's near him, he comes up hobbling. Yeah, we need him. We need him in the playoffs with LeBron. But it's crazy that LeBron still has to carry the load as old as he is.
So he likes all LA teams except for the Rams.
Yeah.
So that's because they were gone.
Yeah, David, do you think it's
like
because the Rams were gone? Like, okay, David, when did you like the Niners? What year? When did you start liking them?
When Steve Young got hurt against the Cardinals, what year was that?
That was 2001 or 99.
99.
The year the Rams won the Super Bowl.
I was like probably like 9 years old.
You've never had a Super Bowl win then. You've never got to watch one then, huh?
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Seen the Chargers. The Chargers.
No, but you weren't a Niner fan then, were you?
Hell yeah, it was.
Oh, so you were earlier because the Steve Young hurt when he got hurt was 5 years later. So you were in the early 90s a Niner fan then.
Yeah.
I was only asking because the greatest show, if you were like, let's say it was the 99 year that you became a Niner fan, it's before that, but if the greatest show on turf Rams were in LA instead of St. Louis, a lot of the fans that were Niner fans or whoever Raider fans, I guarantee a lot of them would have been Ram fans because Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. If they were in LA, the Rams were gone for 20 years, and but yeah, that's we give you guys a hard time because it's funny because the Rams weren't here. So a lot of people got their teams, but there's a lot of Dodger fan, Laker fans that are also Niner fans. So we kid you
Raider fans, right? Because the Raiders were in LA.
Yeah, we kid Raider fans and Niner fans because they're mostly Niner fans because it's they're Golden State Warriors and San Francisco Giants and all the NoCal teams,
At least
it's all about SoCal.
There's a fake Remelia. Let me block you. See, here's the fake guy. Hold on.
Fake Remelia came into your chat?
Yeah. I'll just time him out.
That's a lot of people. Is that you?
Yeah. I don't know who. I don't even know who. It's probably different people.
There's a bunch of fake Remelias. They multiply like gremlins.
It's like 3, 4, or 5 of them.
You can tell that it's not me when they're not even talking about football.
Oh yeah. I know what you'll say. Like, hey, what's up, 49 faithful? How you guys doing? Or you say hi to Corey. Something like that.
Yeah, but if they're talking about off the wall stuff like, oh, your mom this or your grandma that or
no, they say shit like I love kids and this and that, totally.
Yeah, or like right now he was saying like something about Michael Sam, then it's not me. It's I don't know why people would waste their time with stuff, man. Whatever.
Every time I go around
what's up?
I see
Dodger game this year or what?
Woo! I saw the tickets already sold out for the opening day with not opening day with is he gonna pitch opening day? No, he's hurt, right?
He's not pitching.
He's not pitching this year.
He's not, right? Okay. So the opening day is already sold out, right?
I think so.
Dodger tickets are gonna be so inflated, the prices.
I know my brother's trying to get tickets for the Braves game.
Yeah, we can all go, man.
I mean, you
We
can
can
Hell
always
yeah.
get tickets on StubHub if it's just going to be expensive.
We can all go. I haven't gone to a Dodger game in like 5 years, dude.
Yeah,
I
it
almost
sucks for me and my wife. We don't got a car. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard
yeah.
for us. So
Oh, yeah, that would be hard, man. But if we go, we'll let you know. We can pick you up. You're here on
yeah,
Riverside,
How
right?
far do you live from Dodger Stadium?
I live right there by Rudy.
He lives by me.
But how far are you guys from Dodger Stadium?
Oh,
Probably
us.
like
Okay, so we're like what, about 48 miles?
Oh
yeah, probably
shit! So
like
it's like,
say no with no traffic. I say about
hour away.
yeah an hour. With traffic, maybe an hour and a half.
I don't know how you guys manage to live down there, man, with all that traffic. Fuck. Every time I
Where you
go,
stay
like
at?
I'm up north. I'm in Stockton.
Oh, Stockton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I lived in the Bay Area for a little while, and I barely could deal with that traffic. But every time I go to like Disneyland or Universal Studios, I'm driving around there, and I'm like, man, how do people do this shit on a daily basis? I mean, it's
Yeah,
just constant. It's constantly packed. I mean,
I
they
went to my first game. I went to my first Niner game this year. That shit was fucking packed like a mother.
so
It's
you
like
were in Santa
fucking
Clara then.
yeah. I was in Santa Clara. And that shit was fucking packed. They wanted so much money for the Uber drivers to come. Like we were like 15 minutes away from the hotel from the stadium for the hotel. We're like 15 minutes away. They wanted like $95, $100. So fuck all that shit.
Oh
So
yeah,
we waited.
they try to
We
gouge people.
yeah we waited about like 45 to almost an hour. We got one for like $30.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they put the Niner Stadium right next to Great America Amusement Park, Rudy, and now Great
oh
America's out
yeah.
of business.
What my guy that comes in here, SG, I used to work at the Great America. What's
Oh
his face?
really?
Yeah, SG
What's
Sports
up,
Talk. The guy
Damien?
always comes in here. I think they closed.
How come I can't see the chat while I'm on here?
It's right there in the corner.
You got to your settings. Do you have it too big?
Probably. Wait, what the fuck did I just do?
I
It's
still
right
see
there.
you here.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Yeah, come back and then I'll put you back in. But yeah, man, I haven't gone to a Dodger game in like 5 years. I had tickets a couple times and I couldn't go. And then
Yeah.
one of my buddies, he passed away, but before that, they were giving away the hats. I like to go when they give stuff away.
Oh, hell yeah.
They
But
were
we have
giving
to
away
go
the
we
hat.
have to go early though.
Yeah. So I was going to get one of those Mexican colored Dodger jerseys a couple years ago for the Cinco
The
de Mayo,
Mexico?
whatever they do.
The
Yeah,
Mexico?
the Mexico colored Dodger jerseys.
Yeah.
I was going to go for that, and then me and my buddies were going to go. We ended up not going, and then they had the one with the hat. It was a nice hat, and I couldn't
I
go,
know
so I
what
let my
you're
buddy
talking
go.
about.
Yeah, I let my buddy go with his son. He was appreciative. He said he'd give me the hat. I go, no, man, it's all right. It's not a big deal. So him and his son,
Yeah.
and then
I think it
he's
was Mexican Harry's Day.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I should be getting my surgery soon, so for my back. So
Oh
uh
man.
I already doing all the paperwork right now, and after that I just have to turn it in to the doctor. So hopefully that goes quick, so I could get healed up.
What are they going to do to you?
They're gonna do a lower bars the back surgery. They're gonna put pins on my back, a spacer, a plate, and then I don't know, like a little spacer for the nerves.
Shit, man. Well, God bless you, man. I hope everything goes
Yeah,
good. I
yeah,
had neck fusion surgery. I think I told you. I don't know. Maybe it was
yeah.
Beto. I have a big old line down the back of my neck, and they were like, yeah, you're gonna need neck fusion surgery. Do you want a cadaver bone to separate it, or do you want a bone from your hip? I go, nah, man, I want a bone for my hip. So they took a bone from my hip, and they put it in with pins in my spine, in my neck, to keep it separated. And yeah, it was crazy. And my girlfriend was there for like 10 hours, man.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. I still get numbness on my arms and stuff. But yeah, that stuff is crazy.
If you're gonna do surgery, go to Riverside Community Hospital. That's a good hospital.
Yeah. I went to the one in Myrtle Valley. I think it was called Riverside Medical Hospital or something. It's in Paris, I think.
Oh, Paris.
But it was years ago, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing my surgery in Riverside Community on 14th Street.
Okay, that's where I was born.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. But are you excited, man? You guys are in the Super Bowl.
Man, hell yeah, we have to win it this time. You know what I mean?
You got to win it, man.
We have to win it this time.
We kid you a lot about you guys haven't won, but this time, man, listen, because we're not getting any younger. Even if you don't win, you have an NFC champ. You're still NFC champions. You're the second best team in the NFL. It's all about winning the Super Bowl, but it was a good season. We kid you guys, but still, it's hard to get to that point where you're the two best teams.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
I don't want the NFC championship. I want the Super Bowl.
No, but you know what I mean. But because years from now, you'd be like, because there was a lot of good memories, getting up to this point, but yeah, the Super Bowl was the main thing. But like when we won the Super Bowl, I had my NFC West hat, my championship game hat, my Super Bowl hat. It's awesome having all that stuff. But you got to
Rudy, quit kissing his ass and telling him that it's okay to not win the Super Bowl.
I got to tell you,
I don't want to hear you no more.
30 fucking years, bro.
Hey, Rudy, you have a good night. I'll talk to you next time.
All right, brother.
Coming
in. All right, brother.
Decades.
Take care. Well, I was telling him because I still have my they're somewhere thrown in the closet. When we went to the Super Bowl 2001, I still have all that crap, man. I still have all that stuff, the NFC Championship,
yeah,
shirt.
That's all good and well, but the thing is that the Niners, they need to, it's like the Dodgers, we've had all this success. We've made the World Series, this and that, but I mean, you got to crack that seal eventually. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't.
Yeah, you have to win one now. Yeah, it's been a long time.
You can't just, get there over and over. You think the Buffalo Bills are happy with what they did in the 90s? I mean, if they would have even won one of those Super Bowls, they would have felt a lot better about themselves,
Oh, I had a question for you over here, Stockton. Hold on.
I don't think Corona likes me very much.
No, he's good.
It's all good.
He's a good dude. His pops was a Ram fan.
Not many people like me. It's all good.
So, Steve, earlier when you were saying, let's see the collection, and then you showed us, he's asking, do you have a Falk in there? I think you had a bobblehead or something, didn't you?
For the
Marshall Falk in your collection?
Yeah, I believe I do. Yeah,
I think I saw a Falk there, but that's what he was asking earlier. And then SM says, dope. Rounds memorabilia stocking is stocked up with heat. Yeah, I like those little figures, the bigger figures that you have. I haven't got those yet. I want to get me an OBJ one for sure.
You can order a lot of that shit on Amazon. They're not that expensive, man. You just order a little bit at a time. They're only like $25 to like $35.
Yeah.
Just accumulate them.
But yeah, man, that's crazy.
The helmets are what are expensive. The autograph.
Oh yeah, man, those helmets are badass. Yeah. I used to have the mini ones. I had Dickerson on one side and Vince Ferragamo on the other side, and then I had a football, and I had Jackie Slater and a bunch of Rams from when they were here in Anaheim, and then it got lost somewhere. It got put in storage and it got lost. I think it got lost. I think somebody took it. So it ended up coming.
I think the Aaron Donald one is the most expensive one. I think it's like 1,100 or something like that.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, because obviously the better the player is, the more collectible it is.
Yo, Rudy,
how you doing, man?
Gang.
Who's that?
King Keith.
King Queef.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm really young and get to see my team win the Super Bowl, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be really good to see them win this year.
You don't want to show your
Well,
face?
No, I'm not really ready for camera right now.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Be
I
nice.
was just
Be nice. Be nice to my guest, Stockton. Be
no, I was
nice.
just wondering if you knew how to use it or not.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
I
told
do.
him you don't have to. But yeah, man, listen.
I had to hop in because I couldn't stand Stockton talking about his dolls, so he can go make them kiss later.
I know me and Rudy are very handsome and intimidating, but come on, man.
Yeah, okay.
But props to you, man. Props to you. Thank you for coming in, man. Good win. You got to win this the big one, man. Props to you. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, no lie,
Appreciate
I
you,
was
brother.
sweating bullets. I didn't know if we were gonna win. I was posting good job, faithful. I was damn near crying.
Well, I'm going to tell you, um, we had a similar feeling when we played the Tampa Bay Bucks, and we were fumbling the ball, and we let them come back. It looked like Tom Brady was going to pull one of those comeback moves against us.
Oh, that was a ridiculous game.
That we had that feeling too, and
I
then
thought you were
Matthew
talking
Stafford.
about when we played Tampa in '99 when we won 11 to
Yeah. Oh
6.
no.
That
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
The recent one, the Super Bowl year, and then Matthew Stafford goes, "Hold on, Cup for the love of the game play."
Yeah, but that was a little different because we had a big lead, and we were when
Yeah,
Cam Akers decided to play hot potato and fumble the ball like 3 times.
we almost
But
blew it, but we had those feelings that we were going to lose. Like shit.
yeah, that would have been a heartbreaker, man, because we were up
We we had to
so
do it for
much.
2 weeks though, like the Green
Yeah,
Bay
the Packers
Packers
game.
game, and then this game.
The Niners really haven't been playing well. I mean, they've got the win, that's what matters. But I mean, me and
The
Rudy were
thing
just
that
talking about how
Yeah.
they've been very fortunate with the matchups that they've had. They played two really young teams that have
the
no
thing that
experience in
surprises
the
me is
playoffs.
the Niners defense against the run. That's crazy
Yeah,
they're getting
I don't know what
gashed.
happened there.
But
But the good
you
news,
bring that game against Kansas City, and it's going to be a long day. You
Yeah,
guys can't play like that against Kansas City.
if they put up 20 points, we're not coming back towards them. I
but
guarantee it.
the good news is you guys withstood and won the game. That's all that counts. It don't matter. And like we
Yeah,
crapped the
you
bed.
got there. That's what matters.
We crapped the bed against Tampa Bay, like Stockton was saying in the 2001 1999 Super Bowl, and then luckily Ricky Prohl caught that ball in the corner of the end zone, that bomb, because for the long time they were stymieing us. They were stymieing us. That defense with Warren what's his face Warren Sapp
Yeah, it was Warren
Warren
Sapp.
Sapp and John Lynch in
Remember, he
there,
picked it. He picked it off first play of the game on a screen.
and so yeah, man. Sometimes you got to win ugly, but also too it builds character. And Brock Purdy, he uses legs. Sometimes you got to do what you have to do.
Yeah,
He uses legs.
I don't know what made him stop using his legs, but it profits us. We made it with his legs, and that just shows you he's not really a game manager that everybody says he is. I know he made a couple mistakes today, but the fact that that kid can come out with confidence and just put the ball where he wants to is just I don't know. I don't know why people still talk bad about him. And this is
It's just
only his second year. His second year
yeah.
in the league.
Well, it's because I'll just say this that everyone
Let
look
me
for
ask you.
instance.
Let me ask you this: If you okay, let's say you have that same Niners team, right? And you plug in an elite quarterback into that team, like a Josh Allen, a Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes. That team would be basically unbeatable. Brock Purdy is just a mid quarterback in a great system surrounded by great players. Once some of those pieces start falling off, or someone gets injured, or they can't sign someone, he's going to come back to just being an average quarterback. He's going to be a journeyman quarterback. Probably won't even be a starter in the league for more than 3 or 4 years. I
But
mean,
Stockton, none of our star players are showing up right now. Like none of them. It's only one star player each game. Like the Packers in this game, only one of them show up. It's
but they're
like we
still
don't
on the
have anyone.
field, and they have to be accounted for by the defense. If they're not even on the field, the defense, they're able to do more things, to negate what Purdy's trying to do. But because you have Kittle over here, you got to worry about. You have Ayuk, you have to worry about. You have CMC in the backfield, you got to worry about. I mean, there's a lot of things that the defense are focused on that team. But I mean, Purdy is not a bad quarterback, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't give him the bag. I wouldn't pay his ass, $40 million a year to be a franchise
unless
quarterback.
unless we win the Super Bowl.
I mean, they almost have to if they win a Super Bowl. Their hands
Yeah,
are going to be tied. But that's
he
going to put him.
he
That's
is.
going to put him in a situation where okay, they pay him, and then the team starts losing its pieces, and then all of a sudden he's not that same guy, and now you're stuck with him for 5 years.
Let me ask you guys both a question. Is he better than Garoppolo?
I think they're very similar. I would take Purdy, but not by much. Their skill sets are very similar, and Garoppolo accomplished the same exact thing that Purdy did with this team. I mean, you look at his 2019 stats; they're almost identical to what Purdy's doing right now, and he made the
But
Super
just
Bowl.
the less scrambling and the less throws down the field.
Well, I mean, they accomplished the same thing, is what I'm saying. Like they're look at their stats, compare them. It's almost like looking at a mirror.
But what did Garoppolo have to lean on? Mostly the running game, right?
Well, Garoppolo, you got to remember too. Garoppolo didn't have CMC. That's fucking huge. That
Well,
guy.
was Garoppolo in the MVP conversation in 2019?
No, but the quarterback play this year was way down for almost every team. There really was no clear-cut MVP. Nobody really had a great statistical year from the quarterback position. That's
But
why he wasn't even in the
what are the
conversation.
difference between Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy, and Lamar Jackson's all stats? Why? What's
What do
the
you mean?
difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference? Like what?
Because they up there. Purdy is actually putting up numbers with them, with
I,
the
I
so-called
just
elite
explained to
quarterbacks.
you why. I just explained to you why that team is loaded. You don't have to do much to acquire stats with that team. You can put almost any quarterback in the league there, and they're gonna put up stats. If you had an elite quarterback, that team would be almost unbeatable.
Then what happened last year? Then what happened when Sam Darnold came in? What happened when
Sam Darnold.
yeah, like remember in the Rams game? Oh well, the starters didn't play, right? Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
forgot about
I
that one.
mean, I'm talking about over. You have to look at a larger sample size. You have to look. You can't just look at one game here and there. You got to look at like for the full season. That's what I'm saying. Like Garoppolo accomplished almost the same exact thing. Actually, the same exact place where Purdy is right now. That's where Garoppolo got them without CMC. I mean, maybe a better defense. I would say probably a better defense than the defense that you guys have right now. But when you have a running back like CMC, I mean, that takes a lot of pressure off of a quarterback.
I feel like it's the same kind of defense since 2019. We still don't have no defensive backs that are good. It's
But
just
don't you
like
think 2019's defense was a lot better? I think they were.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah. In retrospect, yeah, we have Chase Young, but I mean, like if you look at it, he's not really doing anything. Buckner
No,
did more than he did.
the Niners' defense right now is very average. That's why
Yeah,
they're struggling right now. That's why they're in these games where they should clearly be beating a Green Bay team at home, beating a Lions team at home. But they're barely getting by the skin of their teeth because their defense is not playing up to par. I don't know. I just think that if the Niners pay Purdy, I mean they're going to have to if they win the Super Bowl this year. They can't
Well, I
just
mean, I look at it like
not pay
this.
him.
I look at it like this. Like it's Brock Purdy has played well over his head. A seventh round pick who didn't play like this in the pros. He fits Kyle Shanahan's scheme for his skill set, and he to his credit, he's played really good. I mean, he's made all the throws. He's made all the plays. But the one thing that people don't realize is you can't change who you're playing. But the Niners have played mostly with their schedule, them being a top-notch team. They played average teams for their schedule. If you look at their schedule and run down the good teams, most of those teams are not here nearly as good as the Niners. So Brock Purdy can flourish against those teams. He can beat those teams. But then here comes a powerhouse team like a Ravens or like a Bengals when they went to Lviii Stadium, or like a Browns defense. Then he struggles.
Those are the games where you need your quarterback to carry
Now
you. And
imagine Brock Purdy in the Niners in the NFC and the AFC North, and they had to play these six teams, these three teams: the Bengals, the Ravens and the Browns twice each time, do you think Brock Purdy would have the same success as he had versus those bad teams? And that's that's going out on a limb saying, well, he's doing what he needs to do. But that's why when they say, oh, he's the MVP, yeah, but when he plays the good team, he looks more like today. He didn't throw good again.
He looked terrible against Green Bay. I
And
mean,
But he made the
you can't
clutch
control
throws.
that.
He made the clutch throws when he needed to be there.
No,
Like,
he
has
did.
two. He has two good teams under his belt. He has the Cowboys and the Eagles.
I guess what I should ask you is this: if he played like he did today against the Kansas City Chiefs, do you think that they'll win?
No, I told Stockton.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's all I'm saying. You have to give him props because you can't help.
We're gonna find out in a couple of weeks when he plays a quality team with a quality against an elite quarterback. The Niners are gonna have to play a perfect game. Their defense is gonna have to come up with stops. The rest of their players are gonna have to come up with big plays. CMC is gonna have to have a big day because if they play like this, there's no way they're getting out of there with the win.
Yeah, I'm just saying it this way. Like he's played. I mean, his stats don't lie. He's made those throws. Even a guy's wide open, you can still overthrow it. You can still not make the connection. But what I'm saying is
Rudy,
this:
can you imagine this Niner team like taking Purdy out of there and plucking in a Josh Allen or a or a Stafford? I mean, can you imagine how good that fucking team would be?
Oh yeah, but this is what I mean though too. Like Brock Purdy has now gotten to the same point that Jimmy Garoppolo has led them to the Super Bowl, and maybe led them is a too strong a word, but he does have better stats, and he wasn't considered MVP, but it's the same result. Now, if he wins, now that's different. Now he was able to win against Mahomes too, so that's going to be tough. But if he was to lose, and that's why I was kidding Rombo when I tweeted him, I go, if the Niners lose with Brock Purdy, does that mean that Brock Purdy is the new Jimmy Garoppolo? He's good, but not quite good enough.
But Rudy, it also depends on how they win the game. Let's say they win a game 12-9 against Kansas City, and the defense and Purdy throws 9 for 15 for 110 yards, but their defense had 2 interceptions, and you know what I mean. Like there's ways that a quarterback can contribute more.
But to me, I understand King Keith. Like it doesn't matter how you win as long as you win.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's along for the ride in that case.
Because what I don't like is when they start putting up Brock Purdy's stats. Because that being said, that I just said about these teams that they're playing, they Brock Purdy stats and they'll put like Joe Montana next to it. I'm like, come on now. I mean, do it and win a Super Bowl. Do it against these teams, because what I've seen, and tell me if I'm wrong, Brock Purdy against the Eagles couldn't last in the NFC Championship game last year. He got hurt. It wasn't his fault, but he took a hard hit. Then against the Browns, what was their quarterback? PJ Brown or whatever his name was. His name, the Browns quarterback, PJ Walker. The kicker missed a field goal, but they lost, and he didn't look good in that game. It was raining though. And then against the Ravens, they got blown out at home. Brock Purdy had everybody. Against the Bengals, Burrow was finding his way still, and he outdueled Brock Purdy. And then in these last 2 games, in big games with the pressures on, he didn't play good for 3 3/4 of the game against the Packers. And to his credit, he did come through at the end. Jordan Love didn't, because he's a young quarterback and he crapped the bed, but Brock Purdy gets credit for that. He did what he had to do. And then against the Lions, they crapped the bed too. They fumbled, but it's not his fault. He won. So what I'm saying is that he's still young, so it's hard to say, it's not his fault. He's above and beyond where he should be. But when they start comparing him to the all-time greats, I'm like, relax. I hate when they do that. I mean, they're comparing him to a Kurt Warner. They were saying,
stats can be so misleading.
Joe Montana. Yeah.
Stats can be very misleading.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, but a win is a win. That's all it counts. I mean, when we had to truck out Brett Rippon out there as our quarterback against the Packers,
I would have taken Purdy over Brett Rippon. That's for sure.
And the other thing that drives me nuts too, King Keith, is Kyle Shanahan, the genius, right? Kyle Shanahan, the genius, and John Lynch, they fell into Brock Purdy. He was so good that they picked him with their last pick in the draft. So I mean, it's better
it
to be
wasn't.
lucky than good. They gave away those three first round picks for Trey Lance, and then they stabbed him in the back. They didn't even give him a chance to get the ball and back up Purdy, and they left Darnold out there as the backup.
Yeah, I don't know why they. I think it was a salary thing. They choose Sam over Trey, but yeah, I'm not gonna. That still hurts me to this day, honestly. That
Yeah, I thought they didn't. I mean, I thought he was raw, and for them to throw him into the fire. But it's hey, Brock Purdy was picked. They get credit for that. But but imagine where you guys would be if Brock Purdy was playing like a 7th round pick, and what they did with Trey Lance. But it doesn't matter. He's here now. So, but yeah, I'm just saying he's a good quarterback. I like to kid around with him and stuff. The kid. He wasn't necessarily on target today, but he did pull some throws out when he needed it, and he used his legs, and that's all that matters, man. You got to win. That's all that counts. You know, if you're a boxer and your left hook isn't working, then you use your jab and your uppercut.
right.
You know, that's all that counts as a W. But I just don't like when they always want to compare people, right? They want to compare people. Let them, because in my estimation, Brock Purdy has better stats than Jimmy Garoppolo, but they both got to the same point. Now let's see if he can win the Super Bowl. If he doesn't, then all those stats, it was a great season, but the Niners they wasted another year of being all in. But I mean, it's a great season though. You guys are you got the number one spot, and listen, that number one having home field advantage and all that made a difference in these 2 games. With the crowd behind Purdy, if it was on the road, imagine this game the way it played out if it was at Ford Field. Let me show you Ford Field real quick. Amazing Lion fans, man. Hopefully the Rams fans will start buying into the team again. A lot of guys the OG Rams are passed away from the fearsome foursome days, and the Rams were out of the LA area for 20 plus years. Check out the watch party at Ford Field. Here we go. Hold on.
Look at Ford Field right now. There's no game going on there. That's the watch party going bananas for a 21-7 Lions lead.
Imagine Brock Purdy struggling, and they're down by 17 points, and they're at Ford Field, right? But so you guys did what you needed to do. You got the number one spot.
It would have been the same outcome.
It's tougher. I'm just saying that it's tougher with that crowd behind the other team. It's loud.
I still think the Lions would have crapped themselves for sure.
maybe, but they would have been a little more stoked, But Josh Reynolds, crazy.
I seen that Greenlaw clip you put in there, huh? You were gonna use that if we lost. I knew you were.
No, I like Greenlaw. I like Greenlaw. I that clip just was at the end, but that was pretty amazing. How a great season, and they beat us by the 1 point, and sucks that they beat us. But I'm happy for Detroit. It's good. It's better NFL when the Lions and the Browns are in the playoffs. Instead of the same teams over and over again.
You know what's funny in Rombo's chat when the Niners were getting their asses handed to them. All these little Niner fans, all the little minions, you see in the chat, fire Wilkes, fire Shanahan, trade or cut Purdy. Everybody was ready to jump ship, man. And then the Lions started shitting themselves, dropping balls, fumbling the ball, and all of a sudden the Niners are back in the game, and then all of a sudden everything's great again.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, bro.
All I can say is I never seen so many 49ers fans come out the woodworks. It's crazy.
Well, that happens every year, man. When a team.
Well, King Keep, I'm going to tell you something.
What team.
Remember when the Patriots started winning? Tom Brady's first. I don't know if you're old enough to know that, but when Tom Brady first won his first Super Bowl against us, damn it, and then he won a second one, you saw. And in California, you didn't see New England Patriots fans. You didn't really see them. You go to a sports bar and there'd be like 1 or 2 or 3. They came out of the woodwork.
That's why I don't get on fans, that are supposed bandwagons or whatever, because every team, when they're having success, have those type of fans, right. And you need those type of fans because that's that's what starts fandoms, you know, like
Yeah.
But those type of fans make you see those fans less serious. Like we take teams like that less serious. Like you're just there to just ride their coattails.
well, the Niners are always going to have a, you know, good fan base, man. They're one of the most respected, you know, traditionally respected franchises in all of sports. They're always going to have that, you know, but
Yeah, the Niners have
well, look at the Lions. They probably have a ton more fans than they ever did, you know,
the
just because of
Niners have the benefit. The Niners have the benefit of, and to their
tradition.
credit, of having lightning in a bottle. From 1981 to 1994, they have Bill Walsh, Joe Montana. They went and they stole Steve Young from the Buccaneers, and they had all those great players, and they cashed in 13 years span, 5 Super Bowls.
And back then it was much easier to sustain success because there was no salary
Yeah,
cap,
no
and,
salary cap,
and
but
only a handful of teams really spent the money to try to win.
yeah,
Like
and but what I mean by
not
that,
like today's game. You know, everybody plays on an even playing field. Everybody
yeah,
has to be below the salary cap, so that and the Niners have yet to win under that format. You know,
yeah, and
so
well, what I mean, yeah, exactly. But what I mean by that too is because they cashed in those 5 Super Bowls in that 13-year span, amazing. Now they have that legacy for that time, and now the niece and the son and the granddaughter and then and they never left California. They were able to sustain that fan base, even in the lean years. Though the Levi's Stadium was empty, but they still had fans that would watch them on Direct TV or whatever it was, NFL Ticket, and but yeah, it is amazing how the fans come out of the woodwork, because I remember when you couldn't shake a stick at Patriot fans, and all of a sudden they're everywhere. You know, in the midst of Tom Brady winning all those Super Bowls, that's just the way it goes. Same thing with the Bulls.
I
You
mean,
wouldn't see
nowadays, are you
Bulls
really going to
fans.
have a franchise that's going to win 5 Super Bowls? And you know, I mean, yeah, the Patriots did it,
The
but I mean
Patriots.
that was with a once in a generation player with Tom
Well, they
Brady.
have 2 of our
You know,
damn Super Bowls.
but I mean, fuck, it looks like Kansas City's approaching it, so I better keep my mouth shut
Yeah.
with that because if they
Well,
win this, this is going to be their third one.
it sucks, Stockton, because I always talk about the free agency era started in 1993. So that means that the role guys that you would put in the back of the roster, the backup and the third stringer, you can put back there, not pay them much. Now you had to lose them because their contract was up, and they'd leave teams with the big contracts and the salary cap. And we would have won 4 Super Bowls since the salary cap. If it wasn't for Tom Brady in 2001 and 2018, we would have won 4 Super Bowls. But I don't, it sucks if you have to lose it. I'd rather lose it to an icon.
Well, that's what the Niners are facing right now. If they lose in a couple of weeks, they're gonna be saying the same thing. If it wasn't for
Well,
Patrick Mahomes, we would have 7 Super Bowls.
well, I kid them because they lost to Joe Flacco. It's one thing to lose to Tom Brady, but they lost to Joe Flacco.
That's true.
Hey. We had a bad time right there.
That's why I mean I it just comes off the top of that's why I always kid that I could almost do a George Lopez stand-up routine about the Niners plight. I mean,
Where's Joe Flacco right now? Ain't he he shit the bed still too?
Well, that's we were hoping that you guys would play him in the Super Bowl again. It would have been Joe Flacco and the Browns against the Niners in the Super Bowl.
Well, even Tom Brady though has 2 losses against Eli Manning, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
2 losses against Eli Manning, man. That's crazy.
Eli Manning, man, he always looks so goofy. I'm sorry to say that. I shouldn't be like that, but he always looks like golly gee shucks, right? And then he'd pull some passes out of his butt. And he beat Tom Brady, so my hat is off to him, man. He got revenge for us. Dang it.
That team had a hell of a defensive line though, man. They were on his ass the whole game.
Steve says, stab in the back, Rudy. Trey asked for a trade. Get your facts right. Well, what I mean by stab in the back is that they threw him under the bus. They were talking about, you had Kittle and all the guys lying, saying that he looked so spectacular in practice, that he was right on the money, and this and that. And then he got hit a couple times, and his players wouldn't even pick him up off the floor. There was Grant Cohn even said that. Why don't they even pick him up off the floor?
Did he ask for a trade?
I don't remember that, but I'm just saying the way they handled Trey Lance. Of course, he didn't want to be there. The way they were treating him, right? They never gave him a shot. You got Kyle Shanahan trying to
Well,
run him.
look
In
how
the
they
middle of
treated
the
Garoppolo in the
line.
end too. They wouldn't even let him on the practice field.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like
look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He was a sideshow. They took away his locker, and then he came and saved him in the year against us. And then he got hurt his hand, and he still doesn't get props for playing with a messed up hand.
What is this guy saying? Stafford's couch.
The Stafford, the pizza.
He's in a pizza commercial again.
No, let me see. Do I have it? I was going to show it here. So, hold on. Let me take me off real quick. I want to show you guys something. Do I have it? I'll be right back. So, hold on. No, let me.
Hey, King Queef, how old are you?
I am 23.
Oh, okay. So you weren't even born yet when last time the Niners won, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I say. This is our first Super Bowl ever.
Yeah. Well, when they made it last time, you were a teenager. Were you a
No,
fan? Were you a Niner fan? When they lost to the Chiefs the last time?
Yeah. I was.
Oh wait, that was only like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, that was
yeah. Yeah.
I was a Niners fan before Kaepernick, so it was Alex Smith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where did you go wrong? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you from San Francisco?
No, I'm actually from Seattle.
Oh shit! How did that end up happening?
Well, I was one of them. I have family in the Bay Area, and they would always tell me because my dad lives in Seattle, but I grew up in Seattle, and they were. I couldn't stand Seahawks fans. I just couldn't. I don't know.
I can't believe you didn't end up a Seattle fan because they had a great team in that time.
Yeah, that's why it made me kind of hate them because they was winning a lot. So I was going for the team that really had like nothing, and that was the 49ers at that time when they had Brian Hoyer. I think that's his name.
So you guys know the Rams House Little Caesars promotion, $17.99. You get a cup, a Rams cup.
Oh, no wonder their pizza has been tasting like crap lately.
That's championship pizza now. So there you go. So I saw that. I go, let me get that damn combo, $17.99, and I got my cup. And then they have and here's a tip for you. Oh, I don't have my microphone. Hold on, sorry.
I know
here's
it sounded like you were in the bathroom or something.
Oh, $17.99. You get this cup and pizza and breadsticks. And here's a pro tip. So if you order their pizza, because it's just cheap pizza, right? But it's not bad. You order the deep dish one and I tell them to put extra sauce, and it's not bad. That's how you order it. You might have to call them.
Tastes like cardboard.
But yeah, these cups are pretty cool. You go in there, they have Ram stuff in there. They're sponsored by the Rams, and they're not bad. Little Caesar's not the greatest pizza, but it's pretty cool seeing that stuff in there. I saw Niner fans in there too, and I always got to tell them, hey, you're at the Rams house. Get out of here. Oh, with it Lviii South.
Well, whose house is really LA's? I thought it was the Raiders' house. It was the Chargers' house. Now it's
technically,
I'm a huge Rams fan, but I hate that saying. I hate that whole slogan. Whose house? It's the most retarded fucking thing. That's like the most weakest thing that the Rams even have is because we can't sell out our stadium, to home fans, and we're sitting here making that our slogan. Whose house?
Well,
and it's filled with half the opposition's team fans.
What happened, Stockton, is the SoCal Booster Club Rams. They would say that like whose house? Rams house, right? And so they're the ones who did these hats. They would say that like whose house? Rams and so they adopted the whose house? Rams house.
It's almost as dumb as the beat LA. Beat LA.
The one that I can't stand is the EAGLES. Eagles fly, or the JETS.
Jets.
It's almost as bad as the bang bang. No rank.
Oh god, the bang bang Niner.
We just have to get we always have to give backhands. You can't talk shit about another team and then go back and talk our team.
No, or here's the
But the Bang Bang thing isn't really from the Niners organization. That's like a fan thing. That's not, they
Yeah,
say
that's
whose
the
house. They
that's the
say whose house in the stadium. They start
that's the
playing that shit.
E40 thing.
Bang Bang
E40.
Niner Gang. Hey, did you
And
I
guys
went
see? Did you guys see Eminem out there flipping off Niners
yeah,
fans?
fuck Eminem.
and they're also to the and my sister, and my dad, the Raider fans, the chalkboard scratching Raider.
Oh God, they're painful
Probably
too.
the worst one, Raider.
I guess
Bryce,
every fan have their community has their annoying little things.
no, but the Raiders are just delusional. I seen somebody on TikTok saying the Raiders are in the Super Bowl. I'm like, no, they're not. They're just a bunch of delusional fans. I don't know what they get out of that.
Their stadium's there.
Oh
They're
yeah,
gonna be they're
oh
they're
yeah,
gonna they're gonna be pissed if the Niners win a Super Bowl in their stadium.
bruh, that's even. I hope so. Now that's too great.
Hey Rudy, did you say Taylor Swift is not gonna be at the Super Bowl? I can't believe she's not gonna be there.
No, she's
That's
gonna
what
make it. She's gonna. She even said she was
that's
gonna
what
make it.
David said. I think David
Yeah,
said that.
she has a
She
concert.
has a
She has a
tour or something.
concert in Japan, but she said she'll go take the private jet back.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go. There's no way she's gonna miss that. I think
But
I think that I think that she's cute, but she's too skinny for me.
yeah, she's nothing
I need
special,
some I
man.
need some meat on her bones.
Yeah, she's
Um,
nothing special. I'll take her money, but that's about it.
Here, let me show
Hey,
you guys
Rudy
another
said it
clip.
best. We need some meat on them bones.
Yeah,
I
man,
ain't
she
gonna
I mean
lie.
she's cute and she's talented, but I gotta have a curvy J Lo or
I don't know how
um
Travis doesn't break her, man. He's a big dude. He probably puts her in a pretzel, bro.
Here we go. Here we go. Let me show you guys a clip real quick of Lamar. You didn't see this, Stockton. Check out the Detroit Lions. I was saying that the Niners, they got the number one seed, and it was a big benefit for them in these two close games. Because check out the Lions watch party at Detroit at Ford Field for this game. Check it out.
Look at Ford Field right now. There's no game going on there. That's the watch party going bananas for 21-7 Lions lead.
Passion for sports that you do in other parts of the country.
That's why I'm happy
Yeah.
for them. I sucks that they beat up. Well, I'll say this: that they got the W against us. I'm not going to say they beat us because Puka Nacua would have probably scored the winning touchdown if they would have gave us that call. But props to them. I'm over that already. It wasn't
Well,
our
if the
year.
Niners were on the road on either one of these games, there's no way they would have won the game.
It would have been
man.
a lot tougher. But they won the game.
We
let-
still would have won. I hate how you guys say we would have won. Both
Well,
teams
it's
would have
because-
still choked.
That's
It's because it was so close.
It took every little bit of luck and fiber to win under these circumstances. There's no way if there would have been another thing against you that you would have been able to get over it.
Let me show you guys Lamar melting down, man. Hold on.
Especially
Now reach the Chiefs 25, 2nd and 10. To the end zone again, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Deion Bush, who just came in 2 plays ago for Mike.
What do you guys think about Lamar Jackson, man? He's gonna win the MVP.
I don't blame Lamar at all. Those
He's
wide receivers weren't doing anything for him.
He's a choker,
honestly.
man.
Because how Purdy used his legs, he did a little bit, but there was times where he could have run and he didn't. And what do you guys think about a guy that wins the MVP and then can't get over to get into the Super Bowl?
Well, that's why they shouldn't even have the MVP voting until after the playoffs.
I agree. I know it's
Wait,
for
he
the
won
season.
the MVP already? He won it already?
Well, yeah, it's pretty much decided.
It's not official.
He's
It's
a
not
big
official.
favorite to win it, so it's basically like, a done
Like
deal.
look at Stafford. Stafford had that 3-game run where we lost 3 games in a row, and he was beat up. He didn't tell nobody because that's what he does. We lost 3 games in a row in the 2001 Super Bowl season. Threw 41 touchdowns, 17 picks, the game-winning drives. That's now, and he wasn't even considered the MVP favorite.
It's mostly a popularity contest. I mean, I think if anyone was going to get it this year, the quarterbacks didn't really put up great numbers this year. I think CMC probably should have gotten it, but they're never going to give it to somebody that's not a quarterback. I mean, you have to have
It's like Puka and CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to give it to Stroud because he's a quarterback and over Puka, and Puka broke all the records for rookie wide receiver, but he's still not going to get it.
They should make up a different award for the rookie quarterback.
Well, the quarterbacks just need to have their own award, so everybody else has a chance to win it.
Yeah, because Puka plays his own position. I mean, he's every bit as good as CJ Stroud is at his position, but they're two different. How do you pick one over the other when they're two different positions?
Quarterbacks need to have their own separate everything. They need to have their own separate salary cap on a team. I think they need to have.
I believe that too.
They need to have their own separate awards because the way the game is structured, how they're so protected and how they're so much more important than any other piece on a team. They need to have their own category. I think they take up way too much of the salary cap. If you have a Super Bowl winning quarterback, you got to pay him $50 million a year now. I mean, it's ridiculous. 30% of your cap goes to a quarterback on a 56-man roster. I mean, it's way too out of whack.
It sucks that like when we get up there, like when we were when the Super Bowl, you can't afford to keep everybody.
Well, yeah, that's what sucks about it.
You can't afford to keep everybody.
The NFL wants parity. In order to achieve the parity, they have to make it to where these teams can't stay together, unfortunately.
Props to you, Tracy. Thank you. Yeah.
Which is kind of better,
though.
If the Niners don't win it this year, they're gonna after next season they're gonna be in a complete mess. So they better win it this year because
they have to win it, man. King Keith, you're a Niner fan, so let me tell you, if the Lions would have held on, what do you think the Niner fan base would have been like? Fire Kyle Shanahan. We need Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
that would have been the talk.
They were already starting to do it.
Yeah, there would be fires everywhere. There would be like, do this, do that. Honestly,
I still think that if the Niners lose in 2 weeks, that they're going to be talks about them getting Kirk Cousins because they're going to do the same thing that the Rams did with Goff. They're going to say, you know what? We have a good game manager quarterback, but he cannot get us over the hump. We need to get a quarterback that, they're going to look at Kirk Cousins as their Matthew Stafford. And they're going to try
Well, that means we can't pay Ayuk then if we get Kirk Cousins.
I don't think they're going to be able to pay Ayuk regardless. I mean,
I think they can pay Ayuk. I think they got to let go of some people, but I think they can get Ayuk.
He's going to need $25 million a year at least.
Yeah.
Oh, good night, LA Rams. Good night, brother. I thought it was Tracy leaving. Yeah, man, that's what sucks because people don't realize
Ayuk and Purdy, right? I mean, what if they win the Super Bowl? I guess if you win the Super Bowl, it doesn't really matter. Then you can say, okay, well, we'll have a couple down years, But
people don't realize the Rams with McVay since 2018 when we went to the Super Bowl, we've lost players all the way through, and then we had to re-up and get guys, but yeah, it sucks, man. Because why when you get to the mountaintop, you start losing guys.
You guys have Matthew Stafford though; he's elite, so. I knew that you guys.
Yeah, but he's 35 years old now, right?
I wish we would have gone 5 years ago.
He's still playing at an elite level, but
you can't have everything. Rudy, stop it.
At that age, you get injured a lot.
Well, when it comes to Matthew Stafford, if they protected him like they do Brady and Mahomes, I could say, oh well, he could play another 5 years. But they don't protect him.
He takes a fucking beating, that guy.
They don't protect him, and he doesn't cry. He just gets up, and he's a tough son of a gun. If we can get our offensive line with more depth, and Kyrie Williams keeps going the way he is, we can extend his playing for us for another 3 or 4 years, and that'll get us to the Super Bowl in SoFi and Levi's
I think
Stadium.
maybe 3 years tops, man. I don't think he's going to play more than 3 years. That's when his contract is up in 2 years, isn't it? I think he signed a 5-year.
Yeah, 2 years.
I don't know if he's going to renew, man. I think he's going to call it especially if they win it again within the next couple of years. I think he's going to
if they were to win it again, He'd probably retire.
Yeah, because
You guys should trade him.
he's got all those kids, and his wife, fucking doesn't want him out there anymore. She's
Yeah,
probably like, she's very bossy.
I like her.
I like
She
her
doesn't.
too.
She doesn't. And one thing about, like, I said this too. Like, they were talking about the Brock Purdy. If he wins the Super Bowl, they're going to make a movie about him, about Brock Purdy. But I think they're going to make. Remember the American Underdog and the Kurt Warner story, the movie.
Yeah.
If when Matthew Stafford retires, I think they're going to make a movie about him too, like that, because Matthew Stafford, the stuff that he went in Detroit, came to LA, won the Super Bowl. His wife, I think she had a
but
tumor.
He doesn't really have an underdog story. He was the number one pick in the draft, and
but he does in the fact that what his family went through with his wife having a tumor or something, a brain tumor, and they went through all that stuff, and and then he won this, and then if he wins a second Super Bowl, that'd be another one too. But it's not the same as Kurt Warner. You're right, though, with the bagging groceries.
yeah, that would be the whole reason they even would consider making one of Purdy. And
then I heard they were going to make an Eric Whittle story.
Oh, really? Eric
coming
Whittle,
off the couch. That was this is why I give Les Need so much credit, because he took Eric Whittle off of the scrap heap. Remember, he did the same thing as C.J. Anderson in the 2018 Super Bowl. Off the scrap heap when Todd Gurley's knee was acting up, the running back,
the human bowling ball, C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, and then and we signed OBJ and Von Miller out of everybody's nose, right from under everyone's
King Cleve
nose.
Doesn't remember all that stuff. Rudy's too young.
And
I'm too
then
young
King
for that.
Keith, and then King Keith would appreciate this, because the only reason why CMC's in San Francisco is because we had to give away our 4th round pick when Cam Akers got hurt.
No,
or else CMC would be with
to go to LA or
Puka Nacua.
Nobody wants to go
wants
to LA.
To come to LA, man.
Nobody.
No, but
wants
really,
Brett.
King Keith. John Lynch even said that he wanted to outbid the Rams, and the Rams didn't have a 4th round pick to throw in the pot. We were trying to get CMC for our run it back, and they outbid us, but we had to give that 4th.
You mean to tell me you don't think these young athletic athletes don't want to be in the city of angels in Hollywood? Come on, man.
Not anymore. Not like they used to.
Well,
they're going to be in California paying those taxes. They're going to be paying it regardless if they're in San Francisco or at LA. So I guarantee you they'll pick LA over San Francisco. I mean that city's gone to complete hell.
Yep. How much you want to bet there? People are starting to go to Texans. I feel like it's just not the place to be anymore. California, period.
No, that's why a lot of people are moving out, man. Because the politics and the taxes and everything.
I hate politics, man. Everyone's full of shit.
Yeah, but California is a pretty fucked up place when it comes to all the liberals, and you can't do anything, and I don't know.
Hey, I'm a liberal. Stay off the liberals. No, just kidding.
You're not a Gavin Newsom supporter, are you?
Just kidding. No, man. I just know that everybody's full of crap. In my opinion, you know how they get on, they get each other. The 2 political sides or 3 political sides are harping at each other. In my opinion, that they're in a smoking room backstage with a cigar, going, "Oh, you really got me today. Wait till tomorrow." They're laughing it up.
They're all evil and they're all bullshit. But
to me, they're in a smoker's room.
You got to pick the lesser of the evils.
They're in a smoker's room behind backstage, and they're basically performing WWE in Congress and in front of the media. And then they're behind backstage smoking cigars and partying up together.
So it's like a reality show.
That's what I think.
Nobody takes it serious no more.
That's what I think. That when both sides are full of crap, if they really wanted to help people, they always. This is going to be my small soapbox rant.
It's all about the money.
My small soapbox rant. You know how they always say the military. God bless the military, men and women, and this and that. Name me one state that has a permanent discount for military veterans. Not one. They can show a card at certain retailers, and they can get a discount. Only on the Memorial Day or Veteran Day can they get discounts in some stores. Not one has passed any laws where they get a permanent discount for across all the states. Not one of them.
Well, no
They think
veterans
a
should be
dis-
homeless either. They should veterans
exactly.
should all get free
Yeah.
housing, man.
Yep.
Or at
They
least
think a discount at McDonald's is enough for military members, which is
they should at least
tragic.
get a substantial discount on housing, man. Because if you see these people that are on the streets, you know, who fought for our freedom, that ain't
Yeah.
right, man. That ain't right at all.
That is not right. And to me, human lives are the most important, and that's the last resort to send our men and women over there to fight for somebody else's wars or whatever. I don't think
Well,
we should
Rudy,
do that. But
being in LA, how bad is the homeless situation really as bad as like you see
Bad.
on the
The
news and
last
stuff?
time I went, I'm just visiting. Bad.
Because I mean, I'm in Stockton, and you know, obviously Stockton has its own problems, but it's on a
yeah,
much
I can tell you as I move about, I'll go. Let's say I just go to like put gas. Sometimes you'll see somebody, hey, can you spare some change? Or I go to Ralph's or whatever it is, grocery store. This one dude tells me, you know me, big mouth. It's nighttime. I went to get some stuff from Ralph's, and here's somebody in the back of my head, maybe about 40 feet away. Hey, and I turn around and say, hey, what? Do you have any change? No, man, and that's not how you ask for it. I just got in my car.
I'm talking about like the homeless encampments and stuff, though, like the people like in tents and you know that have formed their own communities. I mean, I hear it's like really, really bad down south.
Well, here in Riverside, I don't see a lot of that. There is some downtown. You'll mostly see guys like sleeping in front of like a Burger King doorway sometimes, or in the corners of the vacant buildings and the sidewalk. Almost every place you go, somebody be asking for a dollar or whatever.
They've
Sucks.
completely ruined San Francisco. The whole city is just one big cesspool.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can't walk down the street without stepping in human shit or
Not
syringes or.
Hey, they cleaned really good when that dude from China came though, because I
When they
work in the city.
They wanted to put on a good face, huh? And then, you're in San Francisco?
Yeah, I work in San Francisco.
Oh, okay. So you must know, like on Market Street and fucking the Tenderloin and all that. You know, like it's so bad. I went to a Broadway show a couple years ago, and what was it, Jersey Boys or whatever, and we parked and we were walking down there, and I swear, dude, people were just like shooting up, like right in front of everybody, not with no shame at all. They have no fear of any sort of laws.
Sounds
anything.
like San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, there's
when that president came from China, bro, you could tell the difference because we're doing construction on one of the buildings, and you could just tell the difference. It was spotless, clean. It was utterly unbelievable, honestly.
You're like, why can't they do that on a permanent basis, right?
Right, right.
But the thing is, the city's so liberal, they don't have any law and order. You know, it's just all
like it drives me nuts.
Can run amok.
It drives me nuts that you see these videos of people going in with duffel bags and stealing stuff out of the store.
Yeah, because they don't do anything to them. The employees are not allowed to stop them or
to me, there's no answer. I look at it like this: there's never one answer to fix everything, right? But you have to start somewhere. So to me, you pass a law, let everybody know that if you are suspected of being a thief and you come in with a duffel bag and you have acquaintances with you, you will be hit over the head with a baton.
Yeah,
just like you can't go into a bank and take $50 out of the drawer. You shouldn't be able to get hundreds of dollars of merchandise out of a store. Now you're not a shopper, you're a thief. You're a robbery suspect.
That doesn't happen in a lot of parts of the country. It's mostly California, and it's mostly like San Francisco.
I even saw one where a guy will, let's see, you're in a car. A guy will ask you to have some change or something, and then when you go to roll down the window to hear what he's saying, the other guy comes around with a gun and tries to take your car. Carjacking, but it's gone to the extreme. It's not even in the street no more. You're leaving your parking lot.
Yeah.
I know we don't want to get political, but it's like these Democratic states, man, they're all fucked up. The Republican ones are not nearly run as badly as the Democratic states.
Yeah, I went to Austin. It's not as bad as California and Texas.
Because they don't put up with that shit, man,
No.
and
Well, I don't like the stealing crap, man. I was at the I'm known for going to the 99-cent store. Well, it's not even that anymore. It's the 129-cent store and up.
is that what they call it now?
Yeah, because it's not 99-cent store. I like to go there when we go to the movies. When I go, I'm going to go to the movies. I stock up on my red vines and my M&Ms, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was at one of them, and sometimes a loaf of bread. Oh shit, we need some milk too. Let me get that real quick. These dudes, a couple, a cholo and his lady. I hear boom, boom, boom. The alarm went off. They went out the back door walking with those grocery bags that they fold up from your house, full of stuff. Walking, and the little ladies that were working there, Spanish ladies. Excuse me, sir. And they were walking, and the one guy came out and took a picture of them. They're not even running, walking out the door with
There's no
consequences,
consequences,
full
man.
bags.
There's no consequences.
I just shook my head and I go, really? I told the girl, really, man? You know me, I'm not going to stay quiet, but it's not my stuff. But I felt like, really, dude? Like,
Yeah, now things are all locked up now too. Like
that's why you go to Walmart and the Dickies are locked up.
Yep.
Man, fucked up, man. So how do we get on all these subjects, man? When we're supposed to be on a Rams?
We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out.
I bet the chat's probably all pissed off, huh? They're probably like, "What the hell you got?"
Yeah.
How many people are in here?
We got 10 right now. That's okay. I've been on for almost 2 hours. But yeah, so I was looking at something here. I'll let you guys pick my next movie. Let's see. Hold on.
King Queef, did I tell you? Or I was telling Rudy earlier that the Niners are 1-point favorites in the Super Bowl.
I'm surprised we're favorites at all.
They're favored by 1 point, so it's basically an even game.
Okay, here's some movies for you. Let's see. Damn. Okay. Abigail. That's have you guys seen the previews of that?
No, I've never even heard of it.
They basically, nutshell, the trailer. They kidnap a girl. I think she's from an established family, wealthy family. She turns out to be.
Yeah. I see that trailer.
Wait, that's not it. Is that it? Yeah. Is that wait?
Have you, Rudy? Have you seen the Iron Claw yet?
No. Oh wait, yeah, the wrestling movie. Yes, I did. Yeah. Abigail. So the girl turns out to be a vampire, and she's like, "You guys really messed up now." And so that looks good. Dune Part 2. I haven't even seen the first one. The Fall Guys coming out May 3rd. That's too far. Bob Marley.
How was that ISS movie?
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I've been wanting to see that one.
And then Argyle, the spy movie. There's not very much right now.
Yeah, are the writers still on strike? Because there's been some real shitty movies.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I'm looking forward to the Civil War movie though.
Oh yeah, but the director that's directing that, he's a good ass director.
And then remember, you guys might not know. King Keith might not know, but because the original Omen, a horror movie with the demon kid,
little boy.
Yeah, the first Omen is coming out.
Damien.
Yeah, Damien.
Yeah.
Damien Purdy. Yeah, the first Omen is coming out. Planet of the Apes. I haven't even seen the other ones except for the first one. That's about it. There's nothing else coming out good. It's a slow thing. I already saw Wonka. Godzilla was good. Yeah, Iron Claw was really good, man. Such a tragedy. I already saw Wonka.
They left one brother out too. I'm massive.
Yeah, they said that it was already too sad already.
Yeah.
Rudy, you like horror movies, right?
Yeah.
You still haven't watched Terrifier, have you?
Which one is that one?
Terrifier with
No, I haven't seen that one.
Art
with the clown guy.
Yeah.
No, I keep saying I'm going to see it. I still haven't done it.
You got to watch it, man. It's one of the few horror movies that they don't use any CGI at all. It's all like old school, but it's
It's
really
like it's all gory.
yeah, it's good, man. It's some creepy shit.
You know
Rudy,
what? You
Rudy
want
can't
it?
Rudy can't tell you about a scary movie because he spends most of the movie covering his eyes.
Do you hide,
No, you
Rudy?
know what? My lady, she we go somewhere and you know when they have like Saw or not Saw movies where they go shoo shoo and like something pops out like The Nun or whatever.
Like a jump scare.
Yeah.
You know, I flinch, you know, because it happens. You're like you're surprised. She
Yeah.
scares me. God dang it. She scares me more than the damn thing. I'm like,
King Queef, Rudy fell asleep in the movie theater the other night and was snoring.
yeah, she busted me too for the color purple.
What movie was that? Were you too bored of it or something, or what?
I mean, it was an okay movie. It's a musical, Color Purple, and I was already tired, and we went, and
movie theaters,
and-
you get hella comfortable, man. The temperature's like just right. The seats recline. If the movie sucks, it's a wrap. You're asleep, man.
That should be Rudy's.
She says, "I heard
Rudy's
you.
review.
I heard you snoring. I didn't snore."
Can you imagine being in the theater and the guy in front of you is like,
God may he rest in peace, my grandpa. So my grandpa loved westerns, big Bonanza guy and all that, you know, Clint Eastwood. So when this is how old I am, when the Clint Eastwood movie, what movie was that? Unforgiven was in the movie theater.
That's a great movie.
I took my grandpa to go see it. All the action. Grandpa, you ready? Got your popcorn? Yeah, his little soda, right? And he's sitting there next to me, and we're watching the movie. And about, I'd say a little less than halfway through, he's like this.
He was out. Did you let him sleep?
I let him sleep. That's what he did. You know, that's what he does at home. They get on me too, because that's me in the chair. You know, I'll be like,
when I used to take my kids to like, you know, the kid movies and shit, I'd fall asleep, you know, because you can't get into some of those movies, you know. I mean, some of them are cool. Like I like, you know, the Disney ones are cool, but sometimes, you know, they'll go take me some off the wall one, and I'll have to, you know, when my kids were little and they're like 7, 8 years old, you know, I'd fall asleep in the theater. They'd be like, "Dad, we knew you didn't like the movie because you were asleep." I'm like, "Yeah, sorry."
Yeah, man.
But it's only if the movie's boring, you know. Otherwise, I can.
Yeah. That's usually it too. Like, I can't watch. Like, I'm a big Star Wars guy. I can't watch. What's the movie with what the hell is it? Aldrin. The Disney Plus series, Star Wars one that's kind of slow.
Yeah. I can't remember with the Latino guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
I try to watch that.
I only like the original Star Wars, you know, like the old school ones, like Empire Strikes Back.
Like I enjoy the other ones, like Mandalorian and
Mandalorian. It just starts getting too complex and too silly for me, you know. I'm like, good enough, you know.
And then they're trying to
take it easy on Stockton Slap. He's 89 years old, so we have to really like put some good stuff into the
I am too. I'm right there with him. I'm older than he is.
How old do you think I am, King Queef?
You got to be in your 30s, 40s.
I guess I'm doing pretty good. I'm 52.
Oh, okay. You're up there.
I'm 3 years older than him.
He's like, man, you guys are some old motherfuckers. What the hell am I doing on here with you guys?
That's why
how old do I look now?
That's why I can Andor. That's why I can harken back to remembering when I saw the news of Eddie DeBartolo Jr. having to give up his team and give it to his sister. That's why I can harken back to when on my birthday, Stockton. I think I told you this. January 5th is my birthday. So we were always, when they were in St. Louis, the Rams, there's a chance they might come back when the woman who should be nameless doesn't own the team or she passed, right?
Oh, yeah. You were saying they announced it on your birthday, huh?
They announced they bought the Hollywood Park property on my birthday.
Yeah.
And I had, the Dumb and Dumber top hat. So you're saying there's a chance?
I was so happy when they came back, man, because the whole time, like, I used to get made fun of when I was a kid. Like, why do you like a team from St. Louis? Because I always liked the
Yeah,
Rams.
and
Even before they left, they started out in LA. I was a fan of them, and then they moved to St. Louis. I just stuck with them. And then all
yeah,
my friends are Niner fans. Why do you like a team from St. Louis? You live in California,
that's what
So
happened. When the Rams weren't here, that's what people would say.
yeah. Then when they
They-
came back, I was like, thank God, at least now I have a California team and I can actually like go to their games once in a while, or it just feels a lot better than being closer.
yeah. Well, like when they left, I was pissed off. Like the Remelia in St. Louis and Cleveland, they can't help who the team owner is, but when they first left and they showed the video of the trucks going on the highway from Anaheim, and then the next season's coming up, and I would go in there and you see the familiar Rams helmet, and then the front it said St. Louis. So like, damn.
Yeah, and then they immediately changed their uniforms. They went to that golden color,
Yeah.
and
And
after
they
they
were
won the Super Bowl.
supposedly supposed to be the navy blue of the Dallas Cowboys and the gold of the 49ers, and they were going to mix them two together to make the St. Louis Rams.
The Rams
That was
just like being
supposedly the
passed
reason why they
around.
did that.
Nobody wanted the
I think the
Rams.
even though I'm a Rams fan, I think the Rams have one of the best uniforms. Like
The
some
original.
of their color coordination
Stop.
colorways are
Stop. No,
nice.
they're not. They're not one of the best uniforms at all. I
They
think
were
because
the-
I'm not a fan.
I've always liked them, even when I was a kid. That was one of the main reasons that drew me to them. Was I like the horns and the colors. I mean, the Cowboys have a badass uniform. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not a
check this
Cowboys.
out.
I don't like the
I used
Cowboys
to
at
ha-
all. But
I used to have a 3D printer. It took a crap on me. It was from China, and so China. How does Trump say it? China? So I was learning how to do prints and stuff. I was going to make me like an R2D2 or a C3PO and put them in the corner. And so I started to get good. And so check this out. I did the idol from this is from a couple years ago from the Indiana Jones.
oh wow, you made that?
Yeah. So that you can buy STL files, and like I could basically make like the stormtrooper armor and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It came out pretty good.
The problems with 3D printers, though, didn't that take a couple days?
Yeah. This one took about 3 days, no, 4 days. And then when Game of Thrones was on, I made a chair. The Game of Thrones chair is about the size of hold on.
What is
The
is
size
like a molding or what?
Yeah, like the size of this here, the Game of Thrones chair. I made it. That took 3 days to finish. But yeah, it's basically a spindle of plastic, and it goes through and it's like a web almost, and it's heated up, and then it glues, and you can see you can see the thread. I don't know if you can see with the light. And then so once it's done, it's pretty clean, but you would get sandpaper and sand it out, sand it down, smooth it. But
Why didn't you make a Rams
that
helmet?
just happened to be right here.
Because he's not a real fan.
But yeah, it's
we
pretty
know what
badass.
Freddie does with those moldings in the middle of the night, man.
I put them on the shelf.
Mount up. That's what he says.
What else do I got?
Hey, King Creep, I told Rudy if he shaved his head and his beard, I would give him $500, and he still hasn't done it.
For $500? I don't know about the hair, but the beard. Come on, Rudy.
Can you hear us, Rudy?
Yeah. I'm looking for.
Can you picture Rudy with no hair and no facial hair? Wow.
Okay, that one's pretty cool. I like that one.
So
that's what the Chiefs are going to have in a couple weeks.
This is
right.
This is a wooden trophy that I got from Mark Holmes. He's a Dallas Cowboy content creator, and so he would do raffles and stuff. And I would always go in there and kid him. Jared Goff is 3-1 against Dak Prescott, and we go in there back and forth before I had my channel, and then I got my channel, and so he makes these wood. This is made out of wood,
nice.
And not bad. It just happened to be in there. This is one of my favorite pictures. Hold on.
What the hell is that? I can't even make it out.
Oh, it's Aaron Donald sacking who? Who's that?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Is that Kaepernick or
I think it's Mullins.
Mullins.
But yeah. So
I think Mullins would even be a good quarterback on this Niner team.
Stop, Stockton? You just say that shit out your ass, huh? You just blurt it out.
But yeah,
Hey, Mullins had a good few years with.
He used to play good against us, the son of a gun.
He had one good game.
I mean, he played good with Minnesota this year.
Oh,
He used to play good against us.
That's why he got benched for Josh Dobbs.
He threw for 400 yards against the team you just struggled against, against Detroit. He threw for 400 yards against them.
I plead the fifth.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I think I seen something like that. I try not to pay attention to other teams.
He threw like 414 against that shitty ass secondary.
Oh, Tracy, no, it was little. It was like the scale of like the statue. It had a little base, about 3/4 the size of the Ram statue right here that I'm pointing at. The Game of Thrones chair. But I did make one. I didn't finish it. I got a lawn chair. You know the Game of Thrones, right? The chair with the swords and shit. The Game of Thrones chair. I got a lawn chair, and I cut out some those mats you put on a garage door, on a garage floor. Like the rubber mats from like Harbor Freight. I cut out like the blades, and I put them different rows. And they're sticking out like that. I just have to finish it and paint it. And so once it's painted, it'll look like the Game of Thrones chair. And when you sit on it, it's all cushy.
Hey,
cool.
What's your guys' top 3 movies?
Woo.
Mine is Interstellar. Second, his other movie, Inception. And then third movie, I'm going to have to say...
Wait, you went from your best to your go from 3 down to 1.
3 down to 1?
Yeah, like your third favorite, second favorite, then first favorite.
Oh, it's Blood In, Blood Out, Inception, and then Interstellar.
So you're a sci-fi guy.
Yeah, a real big sci-fi guy. Yeah.
I have too many favorite movies, but I would say that Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies.
Go 3, 2, 1 from right now. From okay, off the top of your head.
Back to the Future, Tommy Boy, and Rocky 3.
Wow.
And the Star Wars ones, of course, but
I think I'm gonna have to go Good Will Hunting 3, Tombstone 2, and Goodfellas 1.
Those are all good.
Thanks, Stockton. I thought Brokeback Mountain was gonna be in one of them.
Oh,
I'm not a Niner fan, bro.
Tommy Boy cracks me up. Have you guys seen that movie, The Tommy Boy, with what's his face?
With Adam, I'm not Adam Sandler.
Chris Farley.
Farley and David Spade, right?
Yeah, I love that movie, man. That scene where he breaks his door and he hinges it back real quick, and then he comes out of the gas station.
Comedy gun, huh? Comedy gun.
You remember the movie The Naked Gun?
Surely you must be joking.
Yeah, we were in the movie. The hardest laugh I've almost had in a movie in a theater. Me and my buddies were there, the knuckleheads, and the scene where he's hanging from the statue, Frank Drebin. And he's climbing up the feet. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. Okay, so there's a statue, right? But it's a butt naked statue, and you don't know that until he's climbing up the side of a building. He's climbing up,
and he gets out from his balls or something.
Yeah, he's getting to up the leg, and then they pan and they show him from the side view, and he has his hand on the statue's member, and the way he has his mouth and he's going up. Oh man, we busted up so freaking loud, dude. My side was hurting because you're watching it. You see the old man's face, and he's like struggling.
Is that Naked Gun or Airplane?
Naked Gun.
Is that the one with O.J. Simpson's in it?
No. Let's see. Was he? It might be the original one. I think so. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He has like a small cameo part.
Yeah. But that's so funny, man. So that those movies used to crack me up. But that was the hardest I've ever laughed. But Tommy Boy, when he's coming out of the gas station, he breaks the door. He hits the pole and the door falls off, and he hinges it back real quick. Just it's leaning. He opens the door and it falls off, and David Spade pulls it off, and he goes, "What did you do?"
And
man.
Dumb and Dumber, Something About Mary. Those are good comedies.
Yeah.
You know what? I can never get into like speaking of sci-fi movies, I can never get into Star Trek. I never liked Star Trek, man. I could do a little bit of
Yeah, me
Star
neither.
Wars,
Yeah.
but Star Trek was never really my. And I
Oh, those are
can't
all
do
good.
like Harry Potter movies. I can't watch that shit.
Porno.
What did you guys think about? These are all good choices. Tracy and SM has. What did you guys think about Godfather 3?
Godfather 3 is good, and 1.
It has a bad reputation because it doesn't live up to. It's like trying to compare Rocky 1 to Rocky 5. But there was some good scenes in there with the two twins and the old man, and it looked like the old man. Spoiler alert! It looked like the old man got killed by the two twins, and it was the other way around. It had some good Joey Zaza.
I think Goodfellas is way better than Godfather, though.
I'm gonna watch those movies. I never watched those movies. I never watched
those are good,
Scarface
man.
either. I'm
Trying to
How
get to those.
How about Scarface?
No, I haven't seen that either.
Oh, you got to watch that, man. The world is yours, Puka.
Or Casino.
No, either.
Oh man, you got a lot of movies to catch up on, Kinky.
See, but I don't know his younger generations. They can't really appreciate movies like that. I mean, King Keith sounds a little more like an old soul though for his age, so he might appreciate it.
The last good comedy movie I ever saw was Superbad, and that was the last one that I can remember.
Oh yeah, you got a lot. We got to give you a list.
That's a great one though. That's a good comedy.
They just don't make them anymore like they used to.
Yeah,
I got on one of my best friends.
Everything's computer generated now. It just
or remakes.
Yeah, it's just like, man, it's gone way down.
I got Stockton. Did you like Major League?
I thought it was all right. It was entertaining. I wouldn't.
Yeah. So we always played baseball growing up, and one of my buddies
prefer like Sandlot or something like that.
Yeah. But my buddy, his kids, he never showed them those movies. Like me, I showed my kids Goonies and Major League.
Oh yeah, Goonies.
Back to the Future.
Goonies. I love Goonies.
Did your kids appreciate them though? Like I try to show my kids like older movies like that, and they're like too slow paced for them. You know,
they were spoiled because I put a surround sound system in their room. They had bunk beds, and so I would put on like say let's see, like for instance, what's a good movie like Jurassic Park, and I had the surround sound, and the first one, the original one, Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
And I had the surround sound in there, or the Star Wars movies. And so if you guys are good today, you do your homework. After dinner, I'm going to put a movie on for you guys, and I put them on for them. And you know, they were really spoiled. They, you know, oh, look at that good-looking guy on TV.
Who's that guy?
But yeah, I've always loved movies, man. I would go to the movies by myself.
Oh, I do love movies. It's an escape, man.
My buddy, whenever the new Batmans would come out, because there's been so many over the years.
Wait,
that's awesome.
Wait, can you see?
Yeah.
See?
That's awesome. Doggy.
No, see, there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
you got 3 TVs to see the Niners beat the Rams. That's great. Saw 3 of them.
Actually, we're undefeated against you guys in 2024, right, Rudy?
Yeah, we're undefeated. Brand new streak. Wentz is 4-0.
Hey, you know how I knew we were going to go to the Super Bowl? It's because we lost to you guys. I was like, damn, we never lose to these guys.
But
I mean, it was our backups and your guys' backups for most of the game. But during that streak that you guys had against us, there were a couple of games in that streak that we had our backups playing too, though.
Yeah.
So it's like
the fourth game.
Yeah, because I remember there was one where we had clinched and we didn't need the game, or something happened. But I remember that was part of the streak.
All right, guys,
I'll take it.
I'm gonna have to call it a night. Thank you guys for coming in, man.
Rudy's lady told him he had to vacuum the living room.
Yeah, appreciate you guys coming in, man, and props to you, Kinky, if you guys got the win. Damn it! But props to you.
Congratulations, man. Enjoy it because it's over in 2 weeks.
Hey, Rudy, make me a promise. If we won the Super Bowl, you're gonna make another talk like this. I just want to come in and just say how much I appreciate you guys talking down on us. And
we'll probably do a live and be pissed off about it. But in the meantime, here, let me leave you with this. Hold on.
Freeman's going to get a block. Skoranek up top, going to get a block. Springs Carson Wentz as he dives over the end line. And go ahead, get excited. 14th rush of the game. Freeman's going to get a block.
You posted a clip of training camp. What are you doing?
That's
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz going balls deep on you guys, man.
Carson Wentz said that's his house.
Hey, so when Kansas City wins, are you going to come in still, or are you going to be? We're going to have
to.
Look for
you know what? That's the deal. If win or lose, I will still be here.
Are you going to be on the streets of San Francisco in a tent somewhere?
Keith, real quick before you go, you're a neutral source. Was Brock Purdy crying right here? Tell me. Hold on.
Because of their conference record, a loss tonight doesn't impact them if they.
Was he crying right there?
Less crying, more getting his ass chewed out by Kyle Shanahan because he's saying if you don't win this, both of our asses are gone.
Here, I have the audio for that. Hold on. You son of a gun! I gotta listen to Rudy and Grant Cohn. You take your ass to the bench. All right, Donald, you're in. So
we got to hear Rombo for 2 weeks, Rudy.
I gotta say this, Keith. MVPs don't cry on the sideline during the game and get benched for Darnold.
Yeah, they do.
They get benched for Darnold. Do they get benched for Darnold?
Well, not that, but
I'm just kidding. But anyway,
did you ever go into Rombo's chat?
I don't actually. This is the only football channel I watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, him and Grant's. That's the only two. I just can't. I don't know.
You know what sucks, Keith? I had when the Lions were up by 17. I go, Grant, please do a call-in show tonight. It would be epic.
Rudy was already licking his chops, man.
And then the son of a guns came back, but I wanted to hear from the Niner fans, all pissed off. That would have been the iron would have been hot. They would have been melting down.
Bro, the funniest thing, I told my wife, I told her, just when we were down by
your wife, you're 23 years old.
Yeah, I'm married already. But
wow, that's cool.
By the time we were down 17 points, all I can think about is you firing up a clip in the beginning of your video and just hearing your voice. I couldn't.
Oh, he was salivating, man.
Bro, I knew he was. That's why I told him I know he has a clip in there that he saved that he was gonna put up if we lost.
No, I don't have one yet.
I was calling him during the game, man, and he was already counting his chickens.
Bunch of cheerleaders over here we got here.
So here's a good question. I'll take it, and then I'll let you guys do it before we go. SM says, Rudy, I have a question for you. Who's the best Batman ever? Woo!
Michael Keaton.
Damn.
The original.
I have to go Bale. That's because I'm younger. So
okay. So first of all, we'll take away George Clooney. Props go out to the original one. The 60s Batman. What's his name?
In the leotards?
Yeah. What's his name?
I think Rudy.
I can't remember his name.
Batman outfit.
But yeah, so him, but and the TV. But yeah, I got to go, especially coming back in the Flash. Michael Keaton, that was awesome with the long hair and the beard, looked like a caveman, and then came back with the, I got to go Michael Keaton, then Bale second.
Yeah, Bale's
and the new one is just okay. It's just there. It's fine. It was okay.
It's for me. It's Bale and the guy whoever played him in the Legos movie.
How about who's the best Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, I
Tobey
forgot
Maguire.
about Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
Val
Toby.
Kilmer was okay, but nah, he's in there somewhere.
Toby's
Tobey
the best.
Maguire is not even close for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's my guy G12. Skyman said, "There's no crying in football." Yeah, Joe, we were talking to Stockton and King Keith here about the damn game. Adam West, yes, God bless him, rest in peace. The great Adam West. Burt Ward has great dog food for your doggies. He developed a good dog food with us. Natural ingredients. It's too expensive for me though, but it's supposed to be really good. But all right, guys, I'm gonna call tonight. Thank you guys for coming in. I'll be in again on what's today? Today is what's today? Sunday. We'll come in tomorrow night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And thank you guys
Rudy.
for coming in.
Hey, Rudy, let me get a Bang Bang Niner gang from you.
Here, I'll give you this one for all time's sake. Hold on.
How about gang bang Niner slang?
Hold on. I think I still have a clip here. Hold on.
You got to have a Kansas City Chief background next time, Rudy.
In order of
Stop.
We're Chief fans this next 2 weeks.
Hold on. In order of 49er minors. Hold on. Where's it at?
Hurry up, Rudy. You're stopping his doll playing time with his dolls. That's
where you at? Hold on.
Rudy is sifting through his porn files.
Okay, here we go. Wait, that's not it. Oh, dang it. I don't have it here. Dang it. Son of a
Rudy,
gun.
For being 70 years old, you know how to work a computer. Kind of surprised.
Let's see. So, let me just show you guys what would have happened if these two teams would have faced each other. They should have been there. Here we go.
And watch Puka Nacua just get through this thing and give the quarterback an opportunity perfectly.
Oh, man. I wish we could have played the Niners the way they've been looking, man. We would have fucking destroyed them.
No, you guys would have choked the same way. Hey, who won that game, by the way, Rudy?
You're good, Joe.
The Rams won that game.
The Rams won that game. Yeah.
What game was that?
That was the last one.
Was it the last one? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're undefeated in 2024, remember?
Another training camp video. Rudy, good job.
Hey, that was Puka against your top corner. What's his name?
They were trying to beat us too. They had Fred Warner was out there.
I hate Rudy. Stop. We put him in for one drive.
He was not there for one drive. He was there for at least a series.
The Niners played their whole defensive line for like 3 series.
Oh my God.
they even had poor Chase Young.
God, Chase Young, he's been worthless for you guys, huh?
Please stop reminding me, Stockton. Damn.
At least you know not to pay him after this year.
Yeah, you guys helped us because now we don't have to spend money on him and we can go a different direction.
I thought when you guys got him, I go, oh my God, they got him and fucking Bosa, and like
I remember you saying
a fucking ghost. If you guys would have gotten Montez Sweat instead, oh fuck.
I think we're gonna get if I'm not wrong, Joey Bosa, bro. I think he's gonna come next year. I don't know.
You guys can't afford that now.
On the light salary. I'm telling you, for 1 year.
These guys don't take light salaries, especially the Bosas, man. They're all fucking money hungry. The Bosa family. You saw what Bosa did in this year. Held out for every last dollar.
I would too, though. Come on, now, that's money. Anything for money.
Man, once you got $50 million in the bank, what's the difference of having $50 million in the bank or $60 million in the bank? You're still filthy rich and you can't spend it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why these guys hold out for that much money.
King Keith, I got to ask you, how good is Puka Nacua in your eyes?
Not better than Brandon Ayuk. Stop that.
Oh, my God.
Saying. Like, don't say that. Like, I can't believe
let me ask you a question, King Keith. And you know me, I'm neutral. So let me ask you this. So what records did Ayuk break against the Rams?
Ayuk is a mid receiver, man. He's like maybe top 15, maybe.
If you put
Ayuk is very good, but okay, to refresh you.
Don't get too used to him. He's gone after this year.
In the first game against the Niners, Puka Nacua set a record with 159 yards and with and catches against the Niners in the first game.
Ayuk's never even had a 100-yard game, has he? Maybe one or
Yeah,
two
but
in his
like
whole
you
career?
say, we have a mid quarterback. We don't have an elite one.
Yeah, if you had Matthew Stafford,
Yeah, and he's doing good for a mid quarterback, ain't he?
You're finally admitting it. You're finally seeing the way, huh?
Hey, I never said he was a great elite quarterback. I never said that. I don't recall me saying that at all. I just said he's all right quarterback for sure.
Well, let me ask you this: who's your other good receiver besides Ayuk? And put a Debo aside for a second because he's a gadget player.
Juwan right now, Juwan, most likely.
So why
Debo can't run routes? You know damn well you would take Puka over anybody on your team other than CMC.
No, because I have Brock Purdy.
But Puka
he
can
said
get
he said he can't get him the ball.
What is Puka gonna do for me that Purdy can't really throw a ball like Matthew Stafford does? And I'm being honest.
He can throw those. He can throw those little dink and dunks, and Puka can get open in zone coverage.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, King Keith? I used to when I was in Rambo. I mean, Grant Cohn's chat, and before you guys got Purdy, I would say this: if Matthew Stafford was on the Niners, Ayuk would make a Pro Bowl.
If Matthew Stafford was on the Niners, good luck.
If Matthew Stafford was on the Niners, they'd probably go close to undefeated, man.
They probably would have went. If McVay didn't beat him in to the punch and getting Stafford, they'd probably have won back-to-back Super Bowls because we would still have Goff.
Yeah, you guys would, and the Niners came really close to getting Brady too before Tampa did.
That's crazy. That they better hope they win because Kyle Shanahan ran Brady off. And that's crazy.
Nothing's gonna happen. Even if we lose the Super Bowl, nothing's gonna happen. We made the Super Bowl, so
I don't know, man. The fans are getting tired of just not.
You already know the Niners don't listen to the fans.
King Keith, this is word on the street is if the Niners lose the Super Bowl, Trent Williams may possibly retire. There's a fire sale, and we pick up CMC Ayuk on the cheap for a third and a second round pick.
Stop.
Word has it that if the Niners win the Super Bowl, Purdy comes out of the closet and marries CMC, and they stroll off into the sunset together.
All right, we're off the rails now. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Have a good night, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for coming in.
All right, Rudy. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
All right, Keith. As we always say, may the Memorabilia be with you. And still the only NFC champion, Super Bowl champion, last Super Bowl champions, Los Angeles Rams, Romulators.
Mount up.
Mount up. All right, good night, guys.
Fuck the Niners.